You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for WWE's Monday Night Raw. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest WWE news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AfterBuzz TV for WWE's Monday Night Raw.
Woo! Yeah!
Whoa,
we are
people! Whoa!
Look at you, already stealing gimmicks.
It's just playing to the fans at this point.
Hey guys, I'm Lilian Garcia. Welcome. We have an exciting show for you guys. First of all, I want to, welcome everybody here. We've got Jensen over here.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Yes. We got Mr. to the P.
Hey,
Preston
guys,
Cormez.
how you guys doing?
And ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and only Melina in the house. Yes.
I'm glad to be here. This is fun.
Yeah, and on the couch we have Christopher Joseph. Yo,
He's from Canada.
he's last week we had
We're keeping we're keeping you
keeping
guys
the Canada
together.
up.
Yeah.
we
Just
had,
keeping the Canadian bacon alive, y'all.
yeah, we
That's
had
right.
the Mr. Maybe last
Yeah, we
week.
had Ricky maybe last
Yep.
week.
Yeah.
You're
There ain't
keeping
no maybe about me.
no.
So-
you're,
and-
you're keeping up the
I am
Canadian
the
couch.
real
Let's call it the
Canadian
Canadian.
couch.
The
That is the
Canadian couch.
We're gonna deck this out in red.
I love it.
Red
Put
and
hockey
white.
pucks all across the back.
They say I got a Wayne Gretzky thing going on. I don't know. I
I can see it. I'll give it to you.
Yeah,
I'll give it to you.
We'll take it.
I'll give it to you.
We'll take it.
Well, it's very exciting to be here because we have not only Raw to talk about, we have Survivor Series.
We do the day after Survivor Series.
Yes, and
loved
you know
it.
what? Let's start with that because
Yes.
first of all, myself, I was in a car driving back from Palm Springs. I was in a fashion show, which was really exciting. Actually, it's been a very exciting week. I want to talk about what we.
Can we talk about Palm Springs?
Yeah, we talk. Oh, that was my very first time there.
It's very
Palm
nice.
Springs, California, beautiful.
Very nice.
It started though Tuesday. Actually, Preston went.
I was
Jensen
trying.
and I, we don't even have to talk. It's
I was
kind of
trying to be nice. I was trying to. I'm not. We were just saying.
He's a
it's-
native of Palm Springs, let's just say.
He was doing a joke because it's a very homosexual section of
Jomo.
California. He was saying like when I said I really liked Palm Springs, he looked at me like in a way a rapper would, very much like,
Go
oh,
for
you
the
like
throat.
Palm Springs? Hey, it's a very fun place. It's just I think
It
he
is.
was referencing it's
It's very artsy. So it's pretty cool. Well, I actually, what was it? Tuesday, I was performing at the Vocari Fashion Show, which is Christopher Joseph's line.
nice.
And actually, these are from his Rock Couture line, right? Melina, you got your.
There you go.
Yeah.
I cannot leave
Rock
my
with-
girls on hand.
Yeah, Rock Couture by Vocari. So,
guys just
and I know you were at the show.
I was at the show.
It turned out to be amazing.
It was a big show.
So,
really, really well put together. And
yeah, I
it
was
a good
really,
look.
really excited for you. Very excited. Really, very
Congrats.
excited to be a part of it because I
very
got to
much.
sing on the show. So it was really
Hollywood.
neat. I debuted
all
my
about the
my video.
Nice.
Ooh, I didn't know if I was allowed to even say anything.
Yeah,
She
I
was gonna kick me
debuted
under
it.
the table.
It hasn't been on YouTube yet. We did play it there though, and the crowd did like it a lot. So
It
I
was
was
a
very
good video.
excited.
I was excited to
When
see
does it go on YouTube?
Don't know yet. We're like the management team. I don't even know. Like
We're waiting for
just
contracts to
planning
be finalized. Let's just
everything.
put it
Yeah.
like that. Make that gray area.
Yeah,
Contracts are coming in right now. We're
exactly.
waiting for the I's to get dotted and the T's to get
Exactly.
crossed,
All right.
And then Sarah Strader's show was yesterday in Palm Springs, so I was in her show. So that was really exciting. So what'd you do this whole week?
Oh,
Anything exciting?
I stayed in my pajamas.
Okay,
on
fun.
Sunday.
That's good.
I also stayed in my pajamas Saturday. So there's a bit of a trend here. I was pretty
Springs,
boring.
pajamas.
Yeah.
Pajama
Well, I was
party.
in Palm Springs in my pajamas, to be fair.
Trending
fair,
on,
yeah.
with
To be
his
fair.
Trending.
pajamas.
Can we get a trending
Lot
at the
of-
bottom of our AfterBuzz
I think
TV?
we've already went over it, but there were a lot of men in a room and I was in my boxers. So
Okay.
it's just pajamas though, whatever. It's fair enough, guys. Fair enough.
You have anything going on? Did you go to Vegas again?
No Vegas. No Vegas. I am a native of Vegas, but no, I dropped a new music video like always. One of my millions of music videos that are out right now.
Tell 'em your
And,
channel.
at Mr. to the P. Everything is Mr. to the P. You can just Google it, look it up, stream
My
it.
favorite song is
I'm gonna make it. Check it out. I just dropped it like a week ago.
awesome.
It's got a couple thousand hits on it. Pretty stoked.
It's
Yeah.
awesome, guys. You have to see it. It's like really, really good.
I'll bring it in next week. We'll debut it, an unofficial, official debut. But yeah, I'll bring it in. I'm pretty stoked on the feedback.
It's
So
very cool. And Melina, what have you been up to? I know that's like the first question.
besides
before
hiding
we-
from me your
you
whole
know,
life,
ever since Raw, like what have you been up to?
Well, this weekend I had my first match outside the WWE.
Nice.
Wow.
Where at?
It was in New Jersey. So it was really cool. Like I was near Survivor Series. I missed Survivor Series because I was on a flight over here. So I really wanted to watch it. And interesting enough, this is my first Raw that I've watched in a long, long time. It's
How did it feel?
well, after having a match this week and everything, it's kind of like, it's not out of my system. I love it. I miss it, and it's still in me. It's still within my soul, I'm really proud of it. I'm happy with everything that's going on.
Great. Who was the match with? Who was it?
A girl named Lexus.
All right.
And
how
so
long were you
to
out
me-
of the ring for?
Huh? Oh, what, 3 months? It's been 3 months, I think.
Has it been 3 months?
Yeah.
Wow. Time flies.
It really
It goes by quick.
does. But
I know time flies when you're in the WWE. It's like you're like, wow, it's Monday again. What, really? And then even when you leave, it's like I think about it. I've been gone for 2 years. I'm like, 2 years? What?
Jeez.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that long.
No.
Any rust? Do you feel any ring? I mean, watching Rock at Survivor Series was crazy because he had no ring rust, which was
He
such
was
a
on
weird thing.
point.
Did you
know
feel?
he was training for it.
That's
You
true.
know he
I agree,
was.
but either way,
For
it looked good to me. I mean, did you feel rusty at all?
It's
or-
like it didn't feel rusty, but at the same time, I know there are certain things like certain moves that I know that if I tried to do it, it wouldn't be the same. Like I really have to get back into the swing of things to really like get my A game going for the certain moves. But for the most part, for that match, it felt good.
Cool.
I love it. It just the energy and the way I feel, especially like just creating magic. I miss it. I can't help it.
Tell.
Well, are you going to keep wrestling?
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
I keep telling
she
myself
is.
I'm gonna like take a couple steps back, but then at the same time, it's like I can't help it. I want to wrestle.
Awesome. Where we have? Do you have anything planned like already? Next match or anything?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna be selective on my matches though, because like I was talking to Jillian earlier today. I told her I want to wrestle with you. Like I want to have a
Yeah.
match with her because we've never had that moment because she's always had the goofy character, with her
Singing?
Her singing. Yes. I
and the
miss
mole.
that so much.
How dare us not talk about the
Oh,
mole?
the
Like,
mole. Remember
one of the
that?
greatest motions of all time.
Molly Mole.
Yeah, I don't want to say I had something to
Mole,
do with it,
mole,
but I
mole,
may have had
mole,
something to do with the mole.
guacamole.
I don't know how the heck that thing stayed on
moly.
her. I always wondered how
Adhesive.
that was
Crazy
quite the
adhesive.
adhesive.
Hollywood.
I like to
Yeah.
think she had it surgically
Mole.
placed on her face, purely living
Yes.
the gimmick. No?
Yes, of
Okay,
course.
fair.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I loved it when Boogeyman he tore it off her face
ate
and
it.
ate it. Yeah.
So good. So good. So good.
And then there was no scar, right?
No scars.
Flawless.
Magically
Our
just-
world, it's flawless. Yeah,
Wow.
please. We like to be realistic here. When you have a mole eaten off your face, it's completely clean. It looks beautiful.
Completely.
Everyone knows that.
Who needs a real plastic surgeon?
I'm hungry. I'm
Need
hungry.
any of that?
It's fair.
No comment.
Well, we're really, really excited to have you here.
Yeah,
Thank
we're all,
you
I've been a
so
fan.
much.
I know Preston's a fan.
Totally.
I know we're all fans, so it's great to have you here.
Oh, I'm glad to be here.
And to add your
This-
comments and everything.
this is
So let's start
interesting.
with the Survivor Series. So, like I said, I was coming from Palm Springs. I know that I tweeted and I asked people, I was like, my gosh, please tell me what happened. I mean, I got hundreds and hundreds of tweets of people. This is what happened. That what happened. I heard
Play by
Fink.
play.
Actually, I heard Fink made a
Howard
like,
Finkel, yes,
Yes, I was
yes.
so happy to hear because the guy loves. A, he loves to announce. B, Madison Square Garden is like a big, big deal for him.
Do you know he almost cried?
I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did.
Let's just say
sure
he
he did.
milked his time.
Yeah,
he milked his time.
I'm
really
glad.
well.
It got
he
a
just
genuine
loves it.
it got a genuine laugh out of the announce table, which you don't hear genuine laughs out of announce tables
Yeah.
much. But I mean, it was a genuine
was just
how funny it was that he
busting
stayed
up.
out there for like a minute. It was genuinely a sweet moment. But watching him tear up was pretty funny. And,
He just lives for moments like that.
Yeah.
So, and Fink was a big. He taught me between him and Tony Chimmel. Like they were amazing with me when I first got there. 'Cause
I actually
knew,
thought you were going to come out.
You did?
Well, they were saying special announce, and I thought for sure Alberto
People-
Del Rio's guy was going to get knocked out, and you were real hush hush about everything. If you have a secret, please tell Lilian because she will not tell anybody in the world. She is like the best at keeping secrets. I beg.
Well,
and
let me
beg
tell you
for
something.
gossip, and I never get it.
I tell you, the girls in the locker room, and you know this, right? They would always come to me with stuff, and I still know things about them that nobody knows.
hit the
Like, I
exclusive.
just-
Hit the
no,
exclusive.
I'm telling you.
Do it. Okay. Hit
They
it.
would be like,
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay,
not
here we go.
dishing.
Put her in the
Here we
hot
go.
seat. Put her in the hot seat.
Who has herpes? Go. Go. Hit it.
That's who has
That's not an exclusive. Everyone knows that.
God, you told me not to say
I
anything.
told
You put
a
me
million
on the
times.
spot.
By the way, it's HPV. That's not herpes. It's a little different. Here's the thing.
The hot.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
That's an exclusive.
Right there.
Right there.
Right there.
HPV.
You wanted me to give the scoop. I'm giving the scoop.
Fine. Fine.
Nah.
I tried,
I don't
guys.
believe in that. I believe if somebody tells you, please don't tell anyone, don't tell anyone.
There's
Like,
a year.
why?
It expires after
No,
a year.
it does not
If
expire.
yes, after a
No,
year,
it's not
it's public
expired.
knowledge.
That is so
Not with me.
awful.
Not with
Everyone
me.
knows, guys. Everyone
What's wrong
knows
with people?
if you're on internet TV, none of those things apply.
Nothing.
Regular
telling
TV,
you.
yes.
Nothing.
Internet TV.
I
Or even
still
if
have a
you're
lot of the girls that come up to me and they go, thank you so much because I confided in you and you never
Yes.
said anything. I appreciate that.
I think you
And
have to be above like a D or C list celebrity in order to keep really good secrets. Anything below that, I think you got to divulge secrets after a year.
No.
So
Nah.
Lily, you're always the best. You're always the best. So
want dirt.
caring.
Just you know what? It's
Under
what goes
lock
around
and
comes
key.
around.
It's
if
true.
I do that to somebody, they're gonna do that to me, and I just
You got secrets?
do it. Me?
Hit the exclusive.
exclusives again.
Who has
Chris,
herpes?
cover your ears. We're gonna be
anyway.
making these girls red all night long.
Yeah,
I
really.
like the idea that I like the idea that I would be next to someone who has all the secrets of WWE, and the only thing I want to know is who has herpes.
Yeah, really.
That's my only concern. I just want to know.
You want to know who to kiss or not kiss,
And who's
or who
gay,
to sleep
too. You
with
gotta
and not
go-
to
and
sleep
who's
with.
gay?
Who
Okay.
lives in Palm Springs?
Who lives in Palm Springs? All right,
Oh my
SummerSlam.
God. All right. So anyway, so The Rock.
Survivor Series.
Survivor Series.
Yeah. So The Rock. Yeah. SummerSlam really
SummerSlam,
next year.
Survivor Series, sign me up.
So The Rock was the big topic. Everyone was saying that he was even better than like this was his night.
Yes. Well,
Is it true?
It was a big night for The Rock. It was a big
I
night.
think it was a bigger night for Zack Ryder.
It was a huge night for Zack Ryder. And by the way, and a big night for CM Punk got probably his biggest over applause I've
They
ever
loved
seen
him.
him get in New York. So I would say those three guys had big nights. Sin Cara had a horrible 9-month takeout injury. Where he went over the top rope. That's a huge story. I think it nationally hit like an ESPN story as far as
Instantly.
how bad
Oh,
it
yeah.
looked.
Wow.
That was an
So
instant.
what kind of injury is it?
They say it's a patella tear or something. Tear of the
Oh, in his
patella.
knee.
Right in
Yeah.
the knee.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch! You and I both had
Well, you can see
ACL.
where
Oh
he-
yeah.
You can see
Yeah,
where he
we were
hit.
out.
Yeah.
We were out. You were out. I think it was. What was it?
6 months?
6 months.
I was
Six-
lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. I was out. I remember I was out for 3 months because I mean, of course, I wasn't wrestling. However, I couldn't get in the ring. I couldn't bend down to get in the ring. Like they were like, "Lil, don't you can come back because you're not wrestling." I'm like,
Still.
"Yeah." However, I cannot get in the ring. So when I got back, I actually had to announce from outside the ring.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm telling you, ACL and
That's
patella
serious.
and all of that. And when
Takes
you're
a while.
wrestling, it takes
It's
you
like
even
6
more.
to 11 months.
Wow.
Yeah, because I remember even Beth Phoenix was out for like 9 months or something.
And he's just coming off of a high enzyme test result. So I think between those
enzyme.
two, I was being nice. It's a drug result. I was being a very
I'm like
being
enzymes.
very sweet here. I was being nice. I was keeping a secret, Lilian. Good God.
Wow, you're easy to crack.
Jeez.
Right? Don't ever tell him a secret.
I'm like, it's a high enzyme. It's like, what's a high enzyme? I was like, steroids, Lilian. Jesus, Lilian. Good God. No, he obviously is not wrestling much. So it's a very strange thing where a guy who they hype up so much can't get more than 2 weeks out before getting injured or busted. So, bad night for him. Obviously, a bad night for Cena a bit. He really got torn apart.
Yeah, so you're saying that you felt sorry for
I
him.
felt sorry for him. I mean, I don't know, just for not being behind the scenes or whatever, the way that he was called back in, and you could just you could just read the Rock's mouth where he's just get out of my ring,
It was
boy.
the Charlie
like he
Brown.
brought him in just
Yeah.
to get smacked in the face by the crowd. I mean, and John Cena, I've never seen him walk to a ring with his head down.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he felt like he was like a kid getting scolded. Walking
sells
down, he
well.
wouldn't even throw up his sign. He just kind of did this.
He sells well.
Yeah, it was the
I-
Charlie Brown pull of the football right before. It was like that over and over
It was
again.
bad.
It was like, it was
I
like-
think that's what they wanted, though, because they want people like you or whatever to start
Whatever
feeling
it did,
bad
it
for
worked.
Cena.
It
yeah.
worked. That was embarrassing. I don't think for somebody that they spend 364 days out of the year building up should crush them like that. That's just
One
what I'm
night.
talking about, of not bringing value to a title, not bringing value to any of the title or any of the behind the scenes and like how they're building out all the characters. It just goes. They're just throwing things out the window just try to get those views. And yeah, I think they punked John Cena. Hard. And,
I don't know.
I would have been embarrassed if I was embarrassed for him.
However, beforehand, were you loving Cena?
No, but I'm neutral about him. He's so positive that I like not to think anything of
Right.
him.
That's why she's
Now,
right, because-
I am right because now you're feeling sorry for him.
No, I still
So
feel the same. I just felt sorry for him at that point when when The Rock tells somebody to get in the ring.
You know what?
What?
I'll tell you. I feel
What
sorry.
in your mouth?
Listen, I'll tell you why. I feel sorry for him in the same way that I feel sorry for the pets in that Sarah McLachlan commercial. Like I feel sorry in a way. It's like I'm not going to adopt that pet. I don't have any room in my house. But what I'm saying is, I feel bad enough to be like, oh, I'm going to change a channel every time this commercial comes on.
Oh my God.
Like that's the kind of sad I feel. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You want to donate $1, but you don't want to take a child in. It's weird.
Oh,
I don't
that's
have room.
wrong.
I have a one bedroom. You know?
Bunk
Wow.
beds don't work.
I have a one bedroom, guys.
Wow. All right.
Well, another.
He's honest. He's
I'm
honest.
sweating in
Right,
here.
right. Me
AC
too.
back on.
It is a little warm.
No big deal.
You're done.
All right. Well, we
comb-over's
had.
good, Matt.
Let's see. We started the whole night with Ziggler and Morrison. Can you add anything with this match? You
Well,
and
I
John
didn't
Morrison?
watch it, so I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
So I don't know, but to me, it's like for what I see, I didn't watch the match, but I know that Morrison and Ziggler, they're phenomenal athletes, and anything with them, I would love to watch just
Yeah.
because they are so athletic, and the way they bump and feed and everything, like the way they sell is phenomenal.
And we were
So-
talking about last week, Maria and I were both like, you know, when Morrison came out with no shirt, we were both like, yeah, he should be like that every week.
Well, isn't he?
Oh,
Like,
good
isn't
I
he?
mean,
I don't ever. Yeah, he's always like that.
I know.
Ever
That's
since,
why
like,
the guy should not
years
put clothes
ago.
on.
But he usually is always with his shirt off.
Yeah.
Like usually if he wears a jacket or something, like no shirt, just the jacket, but you see the abs.
Working it.
Yeah,
Stunner
it's
abs.
always about the abs.
We were talking about the fact that we
Is
used to
it-
put
Are we back in Palm Springs again?
Yeah.
yeah. Why?
Where are we going here?
Wait, this is a moment between us, the
Exclusive!
girls.
I know. I see
The
that.
girls. Okay. So
Renting
why
abs?
did he stop doing the whole? Remember he used to stone the abs.
He did it like for one show. It was like a special occasion or something. He only did it once. He bedazzled it.
Super show. Super raw.
All right. Anyway, so
They
and then
actually set
Ziggler
this-
retained it.
Yeah, they set the standard though for Survivor Series.
They
definitely.
wrestled.
Yeah, they
They
wrestled.
wrestled.
It was a good match. They definitely set the standard, and of course, anything with Dolph Ziggler in it is
Yeah.
semi exciting.
It was all great.
Yeah, it's Dolph Ziggler's second appearance, twice in 2 pay-per-views back to back. But
Yeah.
you know,
4 matches and 2 pay-per-views.
yeah,
That's pretty good.
Not to mention the 3 matches he has every night on Raw for somehow, but he kills it. Yeah.
Right.
It was a
Good
good.
first match.
It was a good match.
And then the Lumberjill match.
Well, that had Zack Ryder come out at the end as well.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah.
first match. So Zack Ryder, the whole match, the New York crowd, his home crowd, was yelling Zack Ryder. They thought he got screwed by
my
not getting the match. And then his big moment came. He came out and got to hit the finisher on Ziggler.
And then they cheered, and then he left.
And then they cheered, and then he left. It was a very almost Simpsons, like Nelson, like ha ha, and then just leave and never see him again for the whole episode. But it was great. It was awesome, and
At
you
least he
can
got to
see
get
they're
out.
building him up right.
Gotcha.
For Zack Ryder, all I got to say is when they showed when the Rock went off the air on Survivor Series 2, and
The fans
all
got him
they were
too.
cheering was Zack Ryder.
At the
Yeah.
Rock.
I'm sorry, the Rock. It wasn't even the Rock's night. It could have been the Zack Ryder show.
Yeah,
all
well,
night long.
Rock had to address that. I mean,
That's what I'm
addressing
talking about.
Zack
It
Ryder
is
change is crazy.
unbelievable. The guy has made himself. So I say made
Relevant.
himself because he's the one that
did.
actually
He
went on
created
YouTube and created
Yeah.
all those bits.
Super-
Because they didn't
super
give
nice
him
guy.
that on the show. They didn't give him that at all.
They didn't give him
However,
one push
that-
at all.
and that's what.
And he made himself known. He
I
said,
remember.
He said, "Look at me. Look what I can do." And then the fans backed him up.
And I
It's
do
all because of the
remember
fans, too.
Vince. I remember in one of our meetings. I mean, I don't know if you were there. I just remember he had all the superstars in the meeting, and he said, "Who is going to step up and do something like you're expecting us to make you? Why don't you start making yourself? And then you give us a platform, then we push you." That's what he did. And I remember that Morrison and Miz, they pretty much did the same thing. They started
Yeah.
doing those, videos and putting it out, and
They were the
creating.
dirt
first.
sheets.
They
were the first.
started
the
it.
first
They
.com
paved
show,
the
yeah.
way.
.com
They
show.
Right,
paved the
they,
way.
definitely.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that Vince is always stressing.
Making the
is
crossover.
make yourself. Like, don't expect me to be writing who you should be. Like, you start working on it.
I'll
So
give it
it's
to the
pretty
Miz.
good.
He knew it was the Miz 10 years ago. So
Well, he didn't know when we put him as the host of SmackDown.
Yeah, that was.
Not many people knew what was behind there. I mean, that was a tough 8-ball to be behind, and to see him do this stuff is amazing. Especially
Yeah.
since I mean, we loved him. I loved him in developmental, and then to see him be an announcer on SmackDown in the audience, it was just. Do you remember how sad it was?
It was just a little strange. put it this way: if I would have been in the crowd as
Cool.
that's
That's cool
expected,
because I'm
right?
expecting it, right?
Right.
But when you have a guy on there from the real
Wrestler,
world
yeah.
talking really high pitch, it was just a different gimmick, and it to see him do this is amazing. Same way I feel about Ryder.
I'll never forget watching when we were going over to Iraq, and actually Miz had such fire in his eyes, and he took Vince aside on the plane, and he just like, look, give me a chance, man. I know I can do this. I know I can. And it was right after that he started giving him a chance. So it was pretty cool. I was watching this going, wow, I wonder if Vince is really going to give him a chance. And he did.
And he did.
And he did, and he went with it. So anyway, on to the Lumberjill match, because we still have Raw to do. So
Yeah.
a great finish.
Great finish.
I did see
Incredible.
that.
It was incredible. I mean,
was an awesome
my immediate reaction was I was very nervous for her breasts.
I thought for sure she busted her nose.
I thought it was the nose.
Oh, I thought she busted a boob. I was super
was a
nervous.
nose.
That has happened. That's never
Yeah.
happened. Right?
No, not to me.
Boob bust or nose?
Mickey James.
No, that has happened to the
Ash-
boobs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will.
I
Pray.
know
You could
that-
say who are you going to throw under the bus?
You guys all hit the
Throwing on the
exclusive. Hit the
bus.
exclusive.
Anyway, it has happened. We can say
It
that.
has happened before.
It has. All right. Well, I'll pray for
I
that
think
girl.
everybody knew one of them was definitely China, because I think that was definitely public. It happened.
All right.
Oh, you?
Oh, really?
Oh,
said
it
it.
really happened?
Mickey
said it.
James.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Pop.
I don't know.
Pop,
didn't know
pop,
that.
Fizz,
Yeah, it did.
fizz. Oh, what a really
It did.
good
I was there.
Oh my God! Really? Jeez.
Yeah.
That must hurt.
Well,
Oh, look
yeah.
at that right there.
Ouch. Anyway.
Yeah, it did. It
You
happened.
missed it,
Mickey
Lilian.
James.
All right,
were
so we
there,
talked
then.
about Sin Cara. The Punk had a big moment last night.
took
and
the
he
title,
won. He
yeah.
took the
Yeah.
title.
Big deal.
And then the
I
Rock
predicted
Cena
it last
match.
week. If anybody paid attention to my
I did
predictions.
too. You and I both
Don't
said
you-
Punk.
Don't you copy my
We
predictions.
did. I didn't copy. Go
I'm
back
not-
to the tape.
Go-
We both
Refer
said
the
Punk.
tape. No, we did say Punk.
Yes, we did.
That's fair.
Yes, we did.
Air knuckles.
And you did.
Air knuckles. Air knuckles.
And so, do you guys want to talk any more about the Rock Cena match? And
It was just embarrassing. I felt bad for him. The Mark Henry match was good.
Mark Henry match was
Speed
good.
through Survivor Series, I guess. Mark Henry was good. Big Show almost broke his leg again.
No Nash.
Oh.
No
No
Nash.
Nash.
Which
No
seemed
Nash.
weird. They had nothing for him.
I thought he was going to powerbomb someone. Didn't
yeah, nothing
powerbomb
for
anyone.
him.
The-
You gave it in. I think we just did the whole
Yeah,
thing.
the actual Survivor Series match ending, you could tell after Sin Cara broke his leg or
Yeah.
whatever, they didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, they had to
Goodness.
regroup, and I think
you said they stopped for like 4 minutes.
about 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah, they just stopped.
did he
and-
Wade
like
Barrett
land
got
on it,
another
like,
push. Wade
just-
Barrett got another
Wait
push.
for did another push.
How did he hurt himself? Like, what happened exactly?
It looks like. I mean, again, I wish we should have brought it up because I think we could have shown it. But he
Yeah, Jesse, can you is there a YouTube or
he
anything
just
like
did like
that you
Sin
can
Cara
just...
injury.
He went to jump on the
He
top
went to
rope
jump.
and-
They did. I mean, I know no terms, so
Wonder if
please
I
don't
have
look at
this.
me like I'm trying to be one of the boys. But they were running off the ropes. I mean, it's just a crappy thing with little Jewish kids trying to say wrestling moves. They both ran off the ropes, and then they were gonna simultaneously jump over and do like a
Oh,
splash.
like do a
onto them.
dive.
Yeah, like a dive. But like a crossbody dive.
Okay.
And Sin Cara did not clear the rope. So
He caught his foot.
he just caught his foot and just
It's like
went,
when you go
but
over
he
the
fell
handlebars on a bike.
But the crazy part is he just almost fell standing, but he just fell on the knee horribly, and it was like it was on some Rahib Ismail. Bad reference. Sorry. For you though, you're Canadian.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
took
no,
it.
no, keep it going.
You know, broken knee. And he immediately the this is not wrestling like tap / telling someone to
Yeah.
walk in. I mean, he was doing all the signs of
Immediately.
being like, I'm not faking this
All
at
the
all.
wrestlers were looking at each other
Yeah.
going, okay.
Yeah, and it looked like Orton had to regroup the whole match. So it's
And then they said Sin Cara has been eliminated.
not injured.
No, it's not.
like,
Hey,
obvious.
he just fell and shattered his knee, but
Yeah,
he's
while
been
we're at it-
eliminated.
While we're at it, let's pee on you while you're down. Like it would have been nice if he just said.
He got counted out.
Yeah, it would have been nice if they just said Sin Cara's been injured.
Injured.
Sin Cara's been eliminated. You know,
Yeah.
instead of just being like,
Yeah, because of his injury.
Let's just
Yeah.
say they took the mask off of what's his bucket too early.
chew alone. What's the name? Last week you said it meant something. Now
Oh, Unico.
Unico.
Okay,
They took the
so let
mask
me
off
just say,
way too soon.
Unico, okay, spelled with a U,
Yes.
and that means the only one. I thought maybe they were making a reference with just spelling it differently with adding the H. Who knows? His name is
Who knows?
Unico.
Who Noko? I just made that up. That's a T-shirt.
Hunoko?
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Patent penny copywriting.
How do they pronounce it? Is it
AfterBuzz TV
Unico?
exclusive.
There you are.
Huniko?
Huniko.
Or is it
Huniko.
Huniko.
Huniko? All right.
Unico.
Anyway. All right, so we're on to Raw.
That's
On
Survivor
to Raw.
Series.
Monday Night Raw. Starts with CM Punk. Oh my God, I love his promos.
Always
The
good.
guy,
He's always fun.
He
Always
is
good.
amazing, and I did say that John is. I knew that John was going to get Laurinaitis. He was going
You
to
were
get
right.
into his groove. It's really hard. I mean, when I got put in there, I had no idea what I was doing.
At
you
least
know,
you paused for the booze this time.
yeah. I mean,
Well,
you
that's a
start
big sign.
getting
I think
your-
that's the biggest sign. The biggest sign is when you're nervous, and I remember this from the writing days, is people just run all over whatever's being said. And Miz became very good also when he started to notice the yelling and whatever, to play off the fans, and Laurinaitis didn't care. He was just speeding through it. But tonight you saw he stopped, listened for the "you suck" stuff, and then kept moving. And that
when he
shows
spoke,
confidence.
It was confident. It was you
It's not
believed
really
him.
speaking, it's pushing it out.
Stop.
I don't call it.
That was through an injury. How do you make fun of a guy
Oh, trust
that
me,
got
I'm
injured?
completely
Oh, it's
rude.
very
I don't know if
easy.
you
You
know.
must not have seen any of his bits.
I've
All
yelled
he
her-
does is
Ready?
I've yelled herpes.
How about if
I've yelled herpes 3 times. We've only
Yeah.
been doing it 30 minutes.
That was 4 and 5.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it was very far.
I'm
Who's
just saying,
counting?
It's not
counting.
talking. It's just
They've already started the drinking games on YouTube.
Oh, cool. Hey,
yeah.
hey, I tell him I've just grabbed my phone like 3 times, so I hope someone's getting drunk off me.
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
Every
I
time
thought
look at
the
phone, they're taking
promo.
shots here.
It's like you have to
Tweet me.
wonder,
Wait, me
is it
too?
really what we call in the business a shoot, which means is it really real or is it, planned? Because
FYI.
that was unbelievable. The what's going on between the two of them.
Yeah.
I'm not a
Oh
douchebag.
yeah,
Right?
because he's just like Punk calls out all the stops. Like he doesn't hold back. He says what he thinks, and that's amazing, or what everybody else is thinking. And to me,
He
it's
just
like
says
the
it.
fact that he says it. Oh my goodness.
So you
Oh,
you
my
have to
goodness.
wonder, like, is he really? Does John know it's
I
coming?
want to know what John Laurinaitis is thinking when he's saying it.
Or is does he know
probably
it's
take it
coming?
ready for
No, I
anything.
doubt. I mean, he knows he's going to get torn apart, but I mean, CM Punk is now in a world where he doesn't have to clear anything. So I assume he doesn't know exactly that he's going to be called a douchebag, which is what I think was said this week in Bleeped Out.
PG, and it's PG now
yeah.
too,
Got
so
bleeped out.
they bleep
He
that
doesn't
out.
know those details, definitely. But he was quick. He did say he called him middle management, and I doubt that he knew that was coming. And Laurinaitis' answer back was that I'm upper management, which was a great response and a heat-seeking, horrible response, because you don't want to hear anyone say they're in upper management. So I'm turning on a Laurinaitis fan. I'll admit it.
I love his line when he was like, "Just because I don't have tattoos." Oh yeah, doesn't mean that I don't live on the wild side.
That was it. That was the quote of the night. I don't live on the wild side. John
So
Laurinaitis.
important. Other things I
great.
liked, CM Punk made a Lumberg reference, which is a very Office
Yeah,
Space
I love
reference,
that.
which is not very WWE to hear, since they're not very up to date on references. And then the idea that CM Punk is saying they're not superstars, they're wrestlers. They're not the universe. They're fans. I mean,
Yeah.
And then
those
of-
are horrible things.
And
you're
then,
not
of course,
supposed
he
to say.
separated himself, saying, "I'm not an entertainer. I'm a professional wrestler."
Yeah, which is
And,
big things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Big things.
Yeah.
What I do love about what he said is that when he won the title last night, he won it on his own terms.
Yeah.
Everything that he did, he worked so hard, and he didn't change himself. He didn't do everything that WWE supposedly would want a superstar to be like. He went against everything on his own terms, the way he felt like he knew he could deliver, and that's amazing. I'm so proud of him. That was a cool thing to see.
It was.
I mean, I wish I could see more people to have that confidence in themselves that they don't have to change who they are to make it.
I think
That's
a lot of
beautiful
people
thing to
they
see.
feel that pressure, and a lot of times they make up that pressure though.
Yeah.
Because I know that there's certain things that WWE wants and everything. However, I feel like there's also times where they're like, they might not like
They
this. This might
question
not be-
themselves. They question themselves and
Mm-hmm.
alter themselves without somebody else changing them.
Yeah.
And it's something I wish I could just hug everybody and tell them, hey, have confidence in yourself. Know that you're able to do this.
Right.
Take the ideas that WWE gives you, freaking run with it the way only you know how to do it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what
Punk
Vince has
did
been
it.
saying. That's what he was saying in a lot of those plays. He's like, just run with it. And I remember that Hunter and Triple H would step up and be like, who is going to step up and go all the way and build themselves to be this big,
Dude, and look what
And
Punk
you
did on
gotta
his own
have the
terms.
heart. Yeah.
Oh my
Just gotta
god,
not be
confidence.
scared.
that must be an
Fear.
amazing feeling. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Or
yeah.
I know it's an amazing feeling.
Oh, by the way, did you guys not find it funny that they were showed on the bottom, they were showing the trending. They showed CM Punk. However, they showed Booker T, and Booker T hadn't even said a word.
Booker T. We have. I know
And he was trending.
There's some crazy things trending. Alicia Fox was trending, which seems nuts to me because there's
I
really
mean,
no
the fact
reason.
that she was even on the SummerSlam chair and she wasn't even at
mean,
SummerSlam was weird.
It was a very weird. I mean, I love the trending idea, but the way they're just beating it, they're beating a dead horse with a dead horse now. They've actually picked up a dead horse. And
Trending
they're
is trending
killing
right now.
another dead horse with it. There was a great sign though at Survivor Series that did say this sign is now trending on Twitter.
Oh, that's good.
Pretty good sign.
That's good. I just think they love they love
love
this
Twitter.
whole Twitter
They
thing.
love it, man.
Yeah, they
Social
do.
networking.
Yep.
Social networking, huge.
Oh, and then they opened up their new social network, which is actually a funnel for Twitter and Facebook and Google Plus through WWE. What is it called? WWE, like Insight or something like that?
Not a good thing that you don't
Social,
remember.
something like that.
Yeah,
Social.
social.
Is it WWE
W
social?
I think it's called
Social.
Google Plus or Google Buzz. I think
Google
it's
Buzz.
I saw it as WWE/social.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
That's
don't
what
know.
they said.
It wasn't.
What is it back
could've sworn
there?
that was it.
Who
You're
just
not
said?
What
What was that?
Are you hearing things?
Jesse?
Oh, what
What?
they say?
Jesse,
From
you're
the
killing
booth.
me.
All right, we're trying to figure out. If you know what it is.
Thanks,
let us know.
Jesse.
All right, so then the second match, we went on from there to Zack Ryder and Alberto Del Rio.
Which was awesome was during Punk's match when they were saying, were they calling out Ziggler versus Punk? They were
Punk.
chanting for Zach.
Yeah,
They were
again.
chanting for Zach.
Again.
Which was a
Again.
perfect setup, too.
Yeah.
Adding to the petition for the U.S. title of Dolph Ziggler and
Yep.
still didn't get it.
Which brings us to the next match, which is a sad turn of events for Ryder.
I
Which
know.
take all that excitement, all that heat, all that, and just have him lose in a bit of a squash to Del Rio.
They're building Del Rio. It's just a way to keep building Del Rio because, like you said, I mean, Del Rio's been losing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
We've
you
been
have
last
to-
few weeks we have, but it's just sad that you have to do it over the one guy that
know.
everyone is sort of into.
Yeah, that even The Rock put over.
Yeah,
Like,
and Cena tonight. Yeah. Basically,
However,
every-
Follow
he said
him
he's
at
all.
Zack
He's
Ryder.
However,
He
sometimes when
mentioned
you
he's
do
a fan
that,
of Zack Ryder too. The Rock is a fan of Zack Ryder too.
when you do that though, when you keep squashing, the fans
Part of
love
the
you,
character, yeah, part of the character.
And when you finally win, it's even that much bigger.
Can you imagine the day if he goes for the title and wins it?
Oh, yeah. It's gonna
my
be huge.
Give it to him.
goodness.
It's the
So I
Eddie,
think
it's the
there's
Eddie
a-
Guerrero
there's a
thing.
reason.
It's like someone finally you've been waiting for this person to win a championship.
I
And
think
they did.
1, 2, 3 Kid Razor Ramon. I think
Another one?
he's gonna
Yeah.
keep beating him, and somehow they're gonna put money up against something. I'm thinking the exact. That's where I'm seeing that go down.
Hope so.
Yeah, something
But Del Rio continued his upward escalation
Ascension.
tonight. Yeah.
To the top.
Moving
Destiny.
along.
Moving along to Sheamus and Swagger.
Is this where we got the weird thing that you noticed?
Yeah.
Yep.
YouTube. Now I'm
YouTube.
talking about the match. Don't
All
go
right,
to
just
YouTube
letting you
yet.
know. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah,
You did a very good thing. I'd love to praise you.
I love that.
I
Okay,
think
you
you
can
were
talk
one
about it
of-
now.
You were actually the first person to notice
I'd
it
love
too.
to validate you.
Yeah, I was sitting there watching the
likes
screen. All of a
validation.
sudden,
Yeah,
I
we
went,
all
wait, hold it.
Yeah.
Pause, go back.
I-
And I said, I saw something, twitching, and it caught my eye.
Very cool.
And I looked
She
at it,
likes
and I went,
twitchy
it
things.
says youtube.com/user/itbegins 2012.
Yeah, and WWE
Yeah,
never
that's
known for viral marketing. They usually blow it and can't put it together. This was incredible. This
Yeah.
was the first time that I actually felt like people think they're in on something. If you go to the YouTube channel, it's a highly produced, kind of a horror film-esque
Yeah.
preview.
Very well produced.
with a child.
Looks
Yeah,
awesome.
it's totally creepy.
I thought Mankind was gonna be coming back at first.
It's like a Mankind promo. It's like a Kane promo. It's like an Undertaker promo. So our guess is kind of Undertaker.
Who was it that Sting?
Yeah.
That's what it
Somebody
was.
said Sting.
Someone was tweeting Sting.
Or The Godfather. Could be The Godfather. I'm
Yeah,
joking.
with the hoe
It's definitely
train.
not The Godfather.
I don't think I'm sorry. I don't see that promo.
I saw
And that's not PG, so
Papa
it's not
Shango comes
Godfather.
up out of nowhere too.
So we think it's either a Taker or a Kane.
Taker, Kane, or Sting. No one thinks it's Sting.
Well,
but
I mean,
we'll
it is an anagram.
never
Yeah.
do WWE.
It is an anagram. It begins.
It begins-
It be Sting. It is an anagram.
2012.
We'll keep my fingers crossed. It's probably their own personal network. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, it's very cool. Very cool.
And they said it's the second day of
January
2012. So they didn't say January 2nd.
That's true.
They said the second day of 2012.
That's a good point.
So January 2nd.
January.
Come on, so does that
However,
make
it was
sense?
really
That's a
cool.
cool way to say it. Yeah.
Second day of 2012.
It made
It's
it
probably
more
January
interesting.
2nd, right? Yeah, okay, good point. Good
is
point.
Just sounds cooler.
January.
I'm going to
Yeah,
be saying it. My birthday's on the
Blonde moment.
19th
Who's getting drunk
day
right now?
Is it on a Monday? Let's see if that's a Monday.
of the 8th month.
Of the 13th hour. Are you looking at the date? What day that is?
Yeah, I want to see if it's a Monday.
Of course it's a Monday, unless it's a pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Monday.
It's a Monday, so
Yeah,
there you go. Someone's
All right,
coming in
guys.
on the Monday. All right. Well, after that, I'll say so. Sheamus and Swagger.
Yes.
I feel like we watched this match though last week.
I feel like I've seen the match a million times. And,
Yeah.
Bored now. Moving on.
it's just
It doesn't
another,
push anything.
Just saying.
doesn't
Just
push
another
anything.
stomp
But
out.
Swagger over Sheamus.
And it put Sheamus another.
No, it
step
wasn't. It was
closer
Sheamus
to-
who won.
It was Sheamus.
Yeah,
no,
Sheamus won.
All right, I had it
Sheamus
wrong.
won.
All right. I had it wrong.
Welcome to
wrong.
the show.
Here's my thing.
Well, how was it
AfterBuzz.
last week? Did he
Thanks
win
for
last
watching.
week? Or?
Sheamus has been winning.
I thought Swagger won. No, that's right, because Vicky was upset last week too.
They've
Right.
been since they
She's
turned him
screaming.
babyface. He's just been all.
So I don't know where that's going.
Guy.
I don't quite see where
Yeah,
he's
because
winning
we
twice
know
in
he's
a
like
row.
hella aggressive. Like he's so
Yeah.
like he's there and he beats the crap out of people, which I love because I'm my favorite is being a heel. So when I see somebody who's aggressive, it's amazing. But if they're doing that every week, then okay, what do you have to prove then?
Well, he's
And it puts
he's not a
Swagger
heel
down.
anymore.
Yeah,
Right.
but the crowd was with it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll have
I
to
don't
see where that's
know.
going.
I think some people need to get some title shots. They need some better feuds going on right now.
Was it me or the whole entire show was mostly like heels winning, like the back?
It was
like,
pretty heel heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
it
the
was
heels
heel
had a
heavy.
you
belt
want to
other
see
than
when
Kofi.
we're winning.
This Raw is also
Kofi.
extremely promo match,
Very
promo
promo
match,
match.
which doesn't happen a lot anymore.
Going into the next promo,
yeah,
which
king,
was
king of the leather jackets.
Kevin Nash.
And beards.
Which, you
no
know,
shave
we've talked
November,
about.
I guess.
We've talked about how this promo is kind of the same promo.
Yeah, he's doing week after
For
week. I still
week
like
after
it,
week.
which is
Yeah.
weird, but it's the same promo he's been doing every week, which is just I had a friend. He's no longer my friend. I thought I'd have a friend. I don't. I'm
But
gonna
we started
beat the
this
crap out of
friendship
him.
when we were friends.
Yeah, it's the
and-
same gimmick, but it's good. I still like it, which is crazy. But I love the leather jackets. They're my thing. I love them. It's like my favorite used
We
car
should put
salesman.
one of your leather jackets.
We got to send it to him.
Well, as
Yeah.
it
As
should.
Jensen.
By the way,
Leather jackets
By the
available
way,
online now.
just for the
Vocari
record-
fashion.
Just for the record, when we're talking about Kevin Nash jackets, they're not like those are very
That's like a
stylish
sleeve
leather
for
jackets.
Kevin
I'm
Nash,
talking
let's
about
be
like
real.
possible child
just
molester
saying.
leather jacket, like totally different.
Kind of like our truth was wearing
Yes,
tonight.
exactly.
Alright.
The
It's
kind
like
that kind of freak you out in the back alley.
like homeless
Yeah.
Fozzie, like homeless Fozzie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's not what that is. That's totally different.
They all shop at
Yeah.
the same place.
They do.
Men's
Hey,
Warehouse.
by the way, it is getting a little warm. I don't know if you guys are warm. Jesse, any chance of putting a little air? Or is it just you, Jensen, that I'm sitting next to and you're
I'm
so
Armenian,
hot?
so it's my hair. It's
So
just
it is?
it's.
I'm seriously. Maybe it's just me watching you in this. I'm like sweating for you.
I feel great. Don't put it on me. I feel
okay.
great.
Okay,
I feel
well then
awesome.
forget it. Maybe it's
I'm
just
completely
me. All right.
rejuvenated. I feel
Maybe
great.
it's my leather. It's my leather gloves.
I busted
rejuvenated.
my fake breast earlier, but I feel totally
Oh,
fine
God.
now. Yeah, I feel good
Squeaking
now.
sailing.
All right, so we went from promo. Okay, now we got to go to a match, and the match was Cody Rhodes. Well, actually, Cody. It was like promo.
Yep.
Oh,
Because
the
it was
uneven
Nash,
tap.
and then
And then
Cody went right into a
Didn't do
promo.
The
And
I
then
like Cody Rhodes.
Santino came up.
Yes.
So we
I
love.
love Santino.
Yeah, he's the best.
I love
is great.
Santino.
Speed walking
No homo.
straight down.
Got to get you one of those shirts.
His entrance was he's like a funnier Ultimate Warrior. That's what that reminded me of. He was just in such a hurry, but speed walking, and it was just I loved it. I loved it.
He's the greatest.
He is
Santino,
like comic
tweet me.
relief for Raw.
He's also good
Amazing.
squash material.
Great.
Obviously.
He took a power bomb last week.
He had
you
one
know.
offensive move this week, which was good, better than just total squash.
Offensive or offensive?
Well, offensive to me because I think he should win. It's offensive also.
It's funny though because I feel with Santino he doesn't have to win to get over.
No,
It's
not
like
at
Zack
all.
Ryder.
Not
And
at all.
WWE knows that,
Yeah.
so they use him, to put other people over,
Yeah.
and then they said they're still gonna love you.
Yeah.
As long as he got to gear up his snake, it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the hacksaw Jim Duggan of now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
That's
get that.
exactly what he
I
is.
get that.
With the snake.
It's like,
Snake 2x4.
They need to turn him into a more of a dude love though, so he can win. I'd like to see him with a title. I'd like to
Be
see
awesome.
him. I'd like to see him on top of something. That snake needs to have a bite.
so how did you feel though at the end of the match with Cody Rhodes going to Booker T?
Oh,
that
it
was
weird
a
'cause
twist.
I was kind of thinking Booker T needed to start wrestling. I was just mentioning that
Bam.
too, and then
Yeah.
2 seconds later, it was like boom, water in the face.
I have a feeling like Cody's gonna do something else because Booker was like, whatever, okay,
Yeah.
it was shower.
He's like-
He's gonna get to the point.
Next
Cody's
week.
gonna keep
Build
doing
it up.
something
Yeah.
Until he snaps.
Until
Royal
he
Rumble.
snaps.
Yep.
Maybe
I think
so.
Royal Rumble.
More Royal Rumble. There you go.
Booker T
I'd
versus
love to see him back.
Rhodes could be great.
That would be
Bad
good.
time.
It would. I think they need to build
really
some
a
new
good
feuds, and
matchup?
that'll be a good.
I like it.
I like Booker
Really?
T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
Booker
it.
T.
Better than
He's
watching
like-
Kofi.
he's
you
a
know?
legend
Kofi
already.
Yeah, it's
seems
not a
a
main
little.
event. I mean, it's just cool to see.
Well, I know. I love
I'd rather
Kofi.
have that than
I love
squash it.
Kofi.
They've been squashing him too much though.
Yeah,
that's
Kofi.
not-
Yeah.
They've been squashing him, and let's be real. Booker T is he's an ex-world champion. Like I'd like to see him.
5 times.
Yeah, 5.
5 times.
Five times. What happens when he wins six? 6 times. That's like
He's
weird.
gonna
Seven.
That's
the six-a-rooney.
That's very sweet of you, but I don't think there's going to be a 6th time.
That's why they
I'd like
they
to see
stopped
Booker
it because
T
they were
back.
like, oh no, we
more.
can't make him
Yeah,
win again
can't do
because
it.
this is too cool.
Doesn't work.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
It won't be the same.
Doesn't ring. Doesn't
I
ring
know.
anymore.
I love it.
Yeah.
He gets 5 times like this, and Cena gets "You Can't See Me."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Same gimmick.
Can't
Same
see
thing.
Me. 5 times, you can't see me.
I think this is more
Sold.
just calling for the spinaroonie. I think that's his spinaroonie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talked in hand.
All right, so then we went backstage to an interview with Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, promo.
Another good promo.
It was kind of short. Sweet.
Face.
However, it led into a match with Dolph and Punk.
Yep,
Yep,
CM Punk.
Punk.
Yep.
Which was a great match.
I thought it was
Great.
awesome.
Really
Yeah.
good match.
Like a really good match. I feel like
It
that was the
probably
highlight
best
match of the night.
It was the best match of the night.
Show
Yeah.
stealer.
For sure.
We, because Melina was there, we noticed a mistake, and they did amazing things with that mistake, I thought, at the
didn't-
end of the match.
Oh yeah, for the finish.
Yeah, I didn't even feel it. You were the only reason I noticed it was even a mistake. I thought it was awesome.
Well, okay. Who knows if it was?
No, but I mean,
that's
that's
I'm
how
just
good it is.
assuming.
Maybe it was a
Crystal
fake
ball
mistake.
here. Crystal ball.
That's how good it is. We can't tell,
Yeah.
but it was awesome. It was a great
Heck, yeah.
all great match.
So tell us,
aggressive.
what was that move that like the reverse
no,
power slam?
Oh yeah, the one that
Dolph
Dolph
put
was
on.
giving on Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That was
like I
awesome.
love seeing that. That's like John's always good at taking that one too because the person just does a backflip, but blap right in their face.
What was the move that CM Punk got cut on?
Oh, I'm not
Drop
sure.
kick.
It was just drop
Was
kick.
Yeah, it was.
Against the
Oh
ropes.
yeah,
He,
you're right.
he
it was
has
a drop
probably
kick
one of the
right in
best drop
face.
kicks in the game.
Yeah, against the ropes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That
was
was
great.
a strict kick.
He has one of the
Yeah.
best drop kicks in the
Punk's,
game.
And
Punk's
then the-
finisher.
yeah, that was
stiff too.
Finisher to the schnoz.
Yeah, that was a real stiff.
Yeah, I
one.
wondered. I mean, I didn't see any.
That was a
blood
great
on-
and aggressive match too between the both of them.
Awesome.
Between the
That
both
almost
of them.
looked like a pay-per-view match. It
It
felt
did.
like
Should have
one.
been, yeah.
Lot
It could have
of-
been,
They
if
should
they
see
would have
that.
built
Was
it
a
up, it could have been
pay-per-view
big.
match.
It felt like it.
For all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
I mean,
And a lot of fake finishes too. A ton of
False
2
finish.
counts.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a ton. Yeah. So it's great.
And so they're still going with Punk and Alberto, right? They're still going with that storyline.
Well, no.
Well,
'cause
yeah, for
it'll
next
die
week.
out. Next week, it'll
yeah.
die out, and
I
then
think
we'll
next
see
week.
who comes
Because
up.
Because I
in the last
really would love to see CM Punk and Dolph continue because that was really
Right?
good.
one. Everybody forgets that he still has a little bit of feud with Kevin Nash, so
True,
hopefully
also.
they pull that
Oh,
out.
CM Punk?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was because
Well, that'll
of him
be
he
after
lost it.
Triple
It was
H.
because of him he lost at SummerSlam. So I mean, if Triple H doesn't come back, it would be nice to see Triple H and maybe Kevin Nash title shot or something weird.
I mean,
bring it through.
Kevin Nash has to wrestle eventually.
no,
Right.
of course he's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna wrestle.
Some wrestling.
He's not going to wrestle.
Yeah, I mean, he can't. A leather
I'm
jacket
just
once
thinking
in a
about the
while.
person he has
Yeah, it
feuds
can't be
with right
every.
now.
Promo to death.
Yeah, eventually he has to take off the jacket. No. Eventually.
It's like, I love
Okay,
this
maybe
thing.
he'll wrestle
Maybe
in the
it'll all go
jacket.
wrong if
Yeah.
it happens.
No.
It'll all go wrong.
His beard falls off. It's like horribly sad things happen.
It's like Mason Ryan, all his tan comes off too, off
Yeah.
of his face. It'll be
What
bad.
the happened?
Oh, yeah, yesterday, yeah, or last night.
Mason Ryan was in the Survivor
So
Series
heavily
match,
mystic tan.
and he was up against Hunico.
Huniko.
Huniko. He went up against Hunico, and the tanner came off so much on Huniko's white tank top. At the end, it was
Tank
just
top.
all. I see. I'm nice. It ended up
I was
all
gonna say
brown.
beater.
It ended up
It was a
all
tan
brown.
tank top.
Yep, it ended up being tan. It was
Courtesy
pretty,
of Mason Ryder.
pretty good stuff.
Who
Ryder?
wasn't even on the
Ryan,
show.
Ryan.
I mean, Ryder. You know what I mean.
Zach's
Mason.
still on your mind. That's
Yeah,
how
Zach's
effective
on my
Zach
mind.
is.
Speaking of him, he wasn't even on the show tonight.
He probably tore something or his retanning taking a couple days.
Or he's inflating himself with an actual inflator,
Damn, it busted. I gotta go to Walmart and get another one.
like a bouncy house.
He really has curly hair. It took him like 30 minutes to straighten. I don't know.
So creepy.
Oh my god.
He was
All
in
right,
the, he was
so
in the gym.
He also fell forward. It's hard to get up after that. You know what I mean?
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Wait. Hey, did anyone see that commercial where it's the weightlifter and he's all, I pick things up and put them down.
Really?
Oh my gosh, please tell me someone.
I wanna watch
Please,
that.
all right, we have to find this. There's a commercial where there's this foreign guy and he's all, I think it's a milk commercial, and he's all, what are you doing? He's all, I pick things up and put them down. And it's the most funniest thing. It's Mason Ryan, if you guys have seen
wanna
it.
see
Someone
it
find
now.
the commercial, pull it up.
Wanna
Tweet
see
it
it
to
now.
us.
That's hilarious.
It was
Oh my God.
absolutely
I
funny.
picked
It
them
just
up
made
and
me
put them down.
sweat. I'm laughing.
Hey!
It's definitely not going to be as funny as how you did it, no matter
I
what
pick
we
things
see.
up and put them down.
That's
It's
funnier.
hilarious. Yeah.
All right, so we went to a promo, of course.
Big Show promo.
Promo. whole
Big
night.
show.
Hey, Mr. P just cut a promo. I picked things up.
Hey, put them
Put them
down.
down. Oh.
He gets all into it.
What do you do on the weekend?
Any thoughts
rap.
on? Yeah, I think you need to put that in your next rap.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
I
hook.
booked him to put them down. Okay. Or put that in your little next video.
Patent pending copyright.
All right, so Big Show promo. Any comments on that?
He's gonna put him to sleep.
Okay, so then was backstage. The Kelly, Alicia, and
Playing the video
Beth.
games.
Yeah, which that video game looks phenomenal.
I heard
Yeah.
nothing
It
but
really
good things.
does. It looks phenomenal. And then Natalia, of course, they came in. And that's where it was kind of strange that Alicia was the one that trended. When
Yeah.
when there were 4 of them were there, and Kelly, I mean, she's so
All
popular.
Alicia said was, Bye.
Bye.
When the superstar,
I'm
when
happy
the
for
superstar
her.
was Eve Torres last night, which
Yeah.
I'm surprised they wouldn't give her any shine. I mean, she was the superstar last night. Like that.
However, that's probably on purpose because she is selling the big finish.
The big nose.
I feel weird that they didn't even at least show a highlight.
It was
of it.
so
Like,
good.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Right?
The most explosive female finisher
Yeah.
of all time. I mean,
Yeah.
they
I mean,
didn't,
yeah.
They didn't
just
even put it
know
over.
nothing
I mean, I hate
behind
to
it.
say it, but if it was a man's finish, I think we would have seen
They
it
would have
again.
replayed
Yeah,
it
I
a
do.
long
Come
time
on.
In a
ago
weird
and
way, I
talked
do
about
think
it.
so. Because we saw some guy finishes tonight, basically through, I think, photos.
Did they show? No, they just
No,
kept showing
they
the Rock
didn't.
in doing the same rock bottom to Xena. That was the only,
Yeah, they had-
the only
Okay.
picture they showed.
They
on
don't
that
like
one,
to do
so.
that because they want you to order.
Sell
I
it
think
one
it's
more time.
tomorrow.
They have another week, right?
Tomorrow night,
Yeah,
right?
one more, right?
Or is it every night?
No, they
No, I
usually
think
show pictures after a pay-per-view.
No, but
let's
she's
be
right
real.
because they're trying to sell that one more run. They have one more.
I think
they have
it's
one
tomorrow
rerun.
night. I think it's every. Well,
And
it
then
used to
they'll
be.
show.
I think every Tuesday night.
Yeah.
You could re-watch
Oh
the
yeah,
show.
of course you can
Yeah.
back
So
to
that's
back.
why they don't show anything.
Well, direct actually, you could just order it whenever.
Anytime,
You could
right.
order
So
it
now you can
anytime.
order
Well,
anytime.
direct
That's what I was
TV,
saying. That
Yeah.
was back in the day. It was only one day. So now I think it's every week.
Before DVDs and VHSs.
And
were alive
Exactly.
and stuff.
TV, no TV. They did it through Morse code on it. Ziggler wins. Call it in.
Pound sign. Heel.
Pound sign heel. Hashtag heel. Yeah.
We're trending outside with the newspaper boy.
Can you imagine if they had to tweet like that in the phones? They're all- it's all- no, the circle is all. A. C. Damn it. In.
He says, I got one in. He says, I'm eating a ham sandwich. Hashtag.
Hashtag.
Hashtag
OMG.
foodie. Hashtag nom nom.
All right, we went on to a match. Wade Barrett and Kofi Kingston.
Barrett gets another push.
Yeah.
Kofi gets another stomp out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barrett
Poor
way
Kofi.
over.
Get a new entrance.
We need Evan Bourne back so they could start winning again.
Yeah,
At least
I'd
make
like
the
to
tag
see that.
titles relevant. Once again, another belt not relevant in the WWE.
We had a Orton Barrett setup though, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
With
So
Which is
Orton
good.
coming out and just watching
But this
them.
is the same feud that was happening last year.
I'm still into it though.
So
Anyone into it? No.
I like them too. I really do.
All right.
Yeah, I like
give
them
him a
too.
second shot. Maybe they
kinda
didn't get
for
as
sure.
much respect last year.
Yeah.
All right. And then it was John Cena coming
John
out
Cena.
for his promo. And it was kind of, I don't know, I missed The Rock tonight.
Oh, you
After-
missed The Rock?
Yeah, after having a big,
She
night from last
misses
night.
the strudel.
Whatever.
Did you hear that? Did
Anybody notice how?
They say it's one of the best interviews ever
Did
backstage,
anybody
right?
notice how she just started blushing?
Whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
This just in. This just in.
Strudel, turning coming now.
Lilian wants some strudel. Hashtag really into it.
I am blushing now. And she is blushing.
And she is blushing.
Again.
The heat is just coming off of her.
I don't know what it is about Rock. I swear to God, it does make me blush every
I did. I watched some YouTube videos after last week after you talked. It's so crazy what he would do to you. The one where he literally just talks about wanting to go on a date with you. He like stops the.
You want to be Lilian Rocks. Yeah.
It was so crazy. Like you could tell, you have no idea where he's going.
Not
like,
at
no
all.
chance. Like you thought you were in for like a real interview, and instead the whole time he's just like, "You call me on the weekdays.
Yeah.
You send me emails." I'm like, "Where is he? What is going on?" It was pretty
Feel
brilliant.
my biceps.
Send the Rock emails.
So great. So great.
I love working
You know,
with
you,
him.
you send him direct messages at
crying right
Twitter.
He was also a fortune teller, which is crazy. Yeah.
My crystal rock ball says Twitter will be trending this 5 years from now.
Boots to asses. That's all I see. Is 2 words.
I gotta take my hat off. I'm sweating.
I'm telling you, it is hot. It is hot in here. I wasn't
hot in
kidding.
You notice how the Rock just stole a
Sweater.
show
How is he
again?
not hot?
I don't feel it.
Are you serious?
No, I don't feel
That's
it.
like the thick kind of
Yo,
sweater too.
Girl, my veins are filled with cold blood. Have you not heard me tonight? I am rude. Have you not heard me? I'm asking who has herpes.
This is not the business right now. My comb over is just totally wet.
Too funny. All right. So, Jesse, are we going? Are we doing commercial today?
Can we do commercials, phone-ins?
We-
I want to talk to some people.
Yeah.
Let's mess with some
This
people.
is
Let's
a-
get
this
some
is-
people
Oh,
on the line.
really quick though, Cena has
Can I get a
we didn't
ShamWow?
talk about the
Oh
best
yeah,
thing.
we didn't even talk about the ending.
Well,
The best
we're
thing
gonna.
is, wait, Miz
It's a
turned.
shammy,
All
it's
we care about,
Miz.
Miz turned on R-Truth. Miz is the heel.
Oh.
R-Truth looks like he's going to turn to a sympathetic
Babyface,
figure.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that looks cool. That's promising.
Yeah.
I like it.
They're both relevant again.
I like it. Yeah,
that's
because then the
promising.
two of them can feud. I like it.
As much as
So
you
we're
want.
not
I'll
going to
take
go to
it.
a commercial break. We're actually going to take a few calls.
All right.
Can I get a ShamWow now? I'm dripping over
Yeah,
here.
you're
Caller, you're on the
It's a
line.
chamois, it's a
I
towel,
wasn't
it's a
kidding.
sponge.
It's hot.
What's your name? Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm Chris from Virginia, and
Hey,
I was
Chris.
wondering, with the Divas being both like tag teams, do you think they should bring back the WWF tag team title? Well, at the time, it was WWF Women's Tag Team Championship. But do you think they should bring it back?
Oh, definitely. With those many tag matches that they have, they should. And then right there with the pre-tape that they had earlier today with Kelly and Alicia.
Excuse me. We don't know if that was a pre-tape.
Oh,
it could have been live.
Sorry, my bad. I'm sorry. But that segment there, like, it shows that there's a team right there, and then there's a team with Natty and Beth. So I think like that could be a thing right there.
Natty
That would be a
and
perfect
Beth
time to bring it
Natty and
back.
Beth would be like a good female Legion of Doom.
Heck yeah.
I love the two of them together.
Yeah, they're great.
Love them.
They're like
when I first
sisters,
saw them, when Natty came in, I was like, oh, you guys look like sisters. Oh, you could be a tag team for sure. So it'd be awesome.
Yeah, this will
Yeah,
be a
because
perfect
then
time.
even they have the Bellas. That could be a tag
Yeah,
team. Now
there's
they don't
tons
have
of girls there.
they
But
don't
to
have
play
have
devil's
this-
advocate, these girls have to wrestle. They're not given any time. I mean, I agree with you. I'm just saying, like, the bigger issue is that these girls, so most of them have a 20-second possible pre-tape, possible live, whatever it is. That's all they're given. And I mean, I guess it's easy always to make fun of saying, oh, Divas match. Give them a shot. I mean, before we judge any of them as being not wanting to have them on the show, I mean, I haven't seen them in weeks, so I would like to see more.
Was this like the
attention.
first segment that they've had?
No,
Backstage
they had.
No, they
it
only
was a
had
long,
backstage,
very
never
short.
wrestling, never wrestling.
Who?
Bellas have.
Oh no, well,
Bellas
the
haven't done
well, they had a
anything in a
title
while.
for they had a title for a minute. So
Yeah,
at least
Yeah.
We're
they,
talking.
they have
Bree
the title.
did.
They have not that briefly. I mean,
I
no
said
more
Bree.
than-
Bree
Yeah.
did.
Oh, I
That
thought you
was a
said
pretty
briefly.
good question by
Close,
Chris.
though.
He's got you guys all going crazy now.
Yeah, look
No,
at
that was a great question. Thank
But
you,
they
Chris.
should bring it back.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
That'd be
agree.
awesome.
All right, we have another caller on the line. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Yeah, Israel from New York City.
Yeah.
And
All
why in
right.
the house?
Whoop, whoop.
What?
What's going on? What's
Hey
your question?
guys.
Do you have a question for us?
Let's shoot.
Yeah. Before I ask a question, let me say to Melina real quick, miss you.
Yeah, for sure. We do.
Oh, I miss being there.
Follow you on Twitter, so basically.
Thank you.
Awesome. So what's your question?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
What do
right.
you guys think is going to happen in the current Intercontinental title picture?
Yeah, Intercontinental.
Well, that's
Do you
right
mind
now
if I
it's-
take the, I'll take
yeah,
this one. I'll
Rhodes,
take
right?
this one.
Go for it.
I think he's going to feud with Booker T. They're hopefully going to keep Cody Rhodes with the title just to build that title up since they invested in making it a throwback. And Cody Rhodes is going to have the belt for a little bit, and Booker T will get a little bit of shine and then move on.
Wow.
I
it's
agree.
Like that.
I agree. I do see it.
That would be really
Since
cool.
I'm on point with everything I say when it comes to this kind of stuff. Whoops. I don't know if you guys follow the show much, but literally every single prediction that I've said has come to
Yeah, that would be
fruition.
cool.
So
Really?
on
be
on
cool.
point all day long.
Oh, he's not humble.
Not at all.
It's weird because I've been saying that Coco Beware will win it, and that's my predictions never pay off ever.
Actually,
It's such a
I hate
bummer.
to say it,
Yeah,
I think Coco-
Beware. Every week I
I don't
think
want
he's
to put
coming
my foot
back.
in my mouth, but Coco
these days.
I think he's coming back every week. Yeah,
him and Mick Foley.
it's a
Our
bummer.
callers.
We got
He's
we,
having
we
fun.
got we got any other callers here?
These
I know there's a
guys,
million
these
people that want to
guys,
get on the
I
line
tell
right
ya.
now.
All right, we
Millions.
have another call on the
Wow.
line. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Hello, I am Colin. I'm from Michigan.
All right, Michigan's in the house. How's the weather?
And
Deep town.
so that's pretty good.
All right.
First of all, I just want to say good to see you and the team in WWE for sure.
Oh, thanks. Oh, you weren't talking to me.
No.
So what's your question?
And I'd like to know, why do you think the Divas are not given enough time anymore?
Oh, yeah.
This is what we were talking
Give it
about
to
before.
Melina. Give it to
Melina,
Melina.
what do you think?
Well, the thing I always say, and I'm hoping that one day it'll come true, is that they're saving it for something. There's like there has to be a payoff to everything that they're doing. And right now, I do see that they're giving a lot to Beth Phoenix, and sometimes I think people don't appreciate what they have in front of them until like years later. So sometimes whether you have a lot of girls matches that's on, people will complain about it, and then when there's a little bit, people still complain. Like, so either way, people are complaining. But right now you got Beth Phoenix, and she's taking the ball and she's running with it, and you guys got to appreciate that for sure. I don't know why they don't give them more, why there isn't any matches, but I have faith that there's going to be a moment where they're going to give you something incredible like they did last night.
Well, I do think
Exactly. I love.
eventually Kong. What name did they give her when she came in?
Oh, Karma.
When, eventually, when she comes back and when she feuds with Beth Phoenix, that's pretty great.
When Karma comes back, it'll change the women's division.
That could help. Let's hope.
Sure.
It was supposed to change it a year ago.
I really do think that there's going to be something that's going to come. That's going to happen at WrestleMania. Like, I think this is all going to be something big for WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's reported that Beth and Natalia are supposed to fight, which is kind of disappointing since they look so good together. But it is reported that they're supposed to fight.
Oh, they'll fight each other?
They'll turn on each other eventually.
Yeah, definitely.
Already, they don't get Divas time enough, and they used to be really good, and now they're just not as good as they used to be. Yeah, eventually, which is kind of sad. They're so good together.
I think it should be one of those things where let WWE know. Like, the WWE is so big on trending, so use the whole at WWE and start tweeting and letting them know that we want to see more of the divas and their matches and all. Maybe they'll listen.
People really cared about their careers. They would. It sounds weird, but they would follow what Zack Ryder's doing, and they would they would build their value, and they would create their demand. So it doesn't matter if the WWE has him lose a million times over. He's already wanted. So he can go anywhere with that. He's created his value. I think if people would focus on their branding more than kind of who's going to brand them, it's just like anything in any industry and anything that you do. If you focus on your own personal branding, then you could take that wherever you go.
Yeah,
so if the girls want something to change, they got to change it themselves.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And when we were writers too, we loved when wrestlers came with their own thing. It was always, I mean, I guess it's less work for us, but I mean, it was good when we saw people put in legwork to try to have a character before.
But
they
in
came
their defense, in our defense, like a lot of us do pitch in a lot of stories,
and they never get back.
And I mean, so it's kind of like you damned if you do and you damned if you don't.
I agree. MVP is a good example of someone who we did love so much when he came with something, and then there's a million examples of people that we wouldn't listen to. That's, I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, week to week, it's not our fault. It's not me, but not me. Oh yeah, the kid who hid in the bathroom. I was the one who totally had all the power. 7 months I was like running the place. But I'm saying I do admit, but there are certain people that push it further and further, and guys like MVP, and there were some strong, even freaking Deacon, who went on to not really pay off, but there were some characters that really were awesome, and to watch them come in with their own thing, it's impressive.
Well, I mean, it just goes to show too. Even when Maria and we had that panel about the whole Diva division, it made it to the Bleacher Report.
Yeah.
So
she
people
wanted more models, not to give up on the models.
People care, and if you talk about something, a buzz will create, and if you want something to change, talk about it and make it happen.
Right.
Unless you're Jonah Hill.
Or who did not show up.
Jonah Hill got so skinny we didn't even see him.
He's writing the success of his new cartoon that just dropped last week. So
you got to get the scoop on that. I mean, was it
I'll
one of those things where it conflicted with something?
No,
like they didn't even mention.
I think he probably just fell through. He's a huge star. He's going to be up for an Oscar this year, supposedly for Moneyball. And I think he probably just, things didn't work out. They had a week to tell you, and then they just didn't want to tell you he wasn't coming tonight. But he would have been a great addition. He's super funny. And not only that, he would have liked to do his own creative, which may have been a problem. You never, he would not allow wrestling writers to do his comedy bits. He's a award-winning writer for Ali G. So I assume he wanted to write his own things. Maybe been a problem too. I don't know. I'll find out. I'll be honest.
Get to the bottom.
I'm gonna figure it out. I'm on top of these things.
We have another caller on the line. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Hey.
What's your name? What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Eve. I'm from New York.
All right, Eve.
East Coast
like your
killing
name.
it right now. All right.
Don't scare her, Preston.
Yeah. So what's your question for us?
Good creepy human.
I'm sorry. I've just been trying to call for the longest.
Well, welcome. You made it. So now this is your spotlight. Don't blow it.
Oh, you are both so mean.
Blonde mullet.
I'm just kidding.
I care about you.
Mr.
See,
to
she's
the
laughing.
Lilian.
She's laughing. I'm just
I
kidding.
care about her.
So what's your question, honey?
Anti-bullying.
My question is, I just want to know, like, is it me or, like, where's Drew McIntyre?
Good
All right.
After I personally took it upon myself to bash him one of my first weeks. He finally got the news and he quit.
I like Drew. What did you say?
Is he still there? Is he still there?
I took a personal onslaught on him. I mean, I went
defending
hard
him.
on him.
You're
Preston,
right.
she's defending him. Let her defend him.
Let her defend him.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is it that you love about him?
I think that they dropped the ball with him, like when he first debuted with
Vince.
like Vince McMahon, the Chosen One.
I agree.
I
You're
agree.
right.
I agree with you
They let
100%.
His whole marriage, his marriage with
Tiffany.
Tiffany, like ruined his career, and then they're like.
I agree with you
You're right.
100%.
There's got to be a reason why he's not on the show right now.
I meant chosen for 1 week. That's it. He was
Are you
chosen.
gonna find out the scoop
was-
on
Nope,
that one too?
Nope, he sucks.
I mean, he
Nope.
he had one of those Goldberg undefeated things going on. He had the title for a long time.
How many times has Vince
Exactly.
brought out a wrestler? Vince barely ever brings out wrestlers.
Yeah,
This was a
and the
rarity.
fact that he had a cosign from Vince just really goes to show, like, I mean, you either it's called the it factor, and either
Vince
you got it
believed
or
in
you
him.
don't. And if you don't have it, it doesn't matter how many riders you have behind you.
So
You're not
wait,
interesting.
Preston, you're saying like he didn't have it?
No, we're saying he did
I'm
have
saying
it.
I'm saying he got the ball and he got tackled. Some people get the ball and they run with it. He got the ball and he fumbled the ball. He blew it. You get a shot. Either you take it or you don't.
Wait a minute. Why do you think he blew it? Because I really like. I don't think he blew it at all.
I totally think. He
I
blew
don't
it.
think he blew it either.
Yeah. Why do you think he blew it? What?
opinions?
Get in there. Get in there.
I don't know how
This
to
is a
be so
perfect
like.
panel.
No, but the thing is like I don't want to say that the WWE is like bad or like they're doing something wrong,
not
but
at
there's a
all.
lot of the kids. They're really young. They don't know any better. They don't know how to like. How long has Drew been, or any like not just Drew, but
Any
other
young
young talent have been in the WWE and been on TV for how long have they been on TV?
And then
Not
get
very
taken off
long.
and then put
Nothing.
back on.
And we have people who have years of experience. Of course they're going to be phenomenal. Of course they're going to be flawless. But that's because they have years of experience. These kids will never have experience. They won't get any better unless you like give them more opportunities, not just one.
Because they get judged
Not
very
just
fast, is
one.
what you're saying.
Thank
within
you,
the
Melina.
first 4
No,
months.
I agree.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I agree.
There you go.
Letting people build. I understand.
Yeah, and then with all these new kids that we have now, I mean, Miz is great the way he is because yes, he has the it factor, he can talk and all this stuff, but they gave him the ball more than one time,
Yeah.
and he got to build that up.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of kids we
Exactly.
have that need that. We need
Drew
the future of
McIntyre
wrestling.
is still young,
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
and he looks quite bigger, like muscle wise.
Yeah. He looks great.
It looks like he's been in the gym and he's like becoming more aggressive. So I think they should give him like a little streak and have him go for a belt or something.
I don't think we've seen the last of Drew.
Yeah.
He might have not been around now. However, I think you never know what he's doing behind the scenes.
I think a lot of new up and comers too. If you notice that the generations are changing and they're building more brands for the next 10 years. A lot of the people that were hitting 10 years, they're fading out. I mean, it's just a sign of the times. And I think really what happened with him, it's sad. He probably just got lost in translation. They're a couple people they built up, a couple people they
Sheamus
didn't.
and him. Sheamus and him
it's
really
like
the same, and it's just two different ways.
Yeah, we got the Great Pale Hope, and then we got Drew McIntyre. So
Yeah.
I mean, neither of them can speak well. So I mean,
Well, Sheamus can't now.
well, no,
You're
no
so
hate
harsh.
campaigns.
Sheamus is on Conan.
just don't like
Sheamus is on Conan. He's great, but he wasn't at first, and they let Sheamus
Yeah.
build. That's a
They
good
didn't-
example.
They wouldn't let him
Sheamus
speak
build.
for a little bit. So
Yeah.
now he's a baby face, and
Yeah.
good for him.
You know, it's
All right,
so
we'll see what
sad because
happens with him.
it always seems like there's not enough time for wrestling. Like there needs to, because there's so much talent that's under contract, but not all of them have the opportunity in 2 hours.
right.
That's so crazy to me.
It is.
Well, him and I were talking about it too, like when we there's that fallout period where everybody has where they watch wrestling for a long time, and I kind of fell out a little bit when Vince McMahon bought the WCW because there was so much talent that you knew some of your favorite wrestlers were gonna
Get
lose
the
them.
axe, yeah.
And I mean, we're talking like some of your favorite wrestlers, like I'm talking people like Dean Malenko when they were making those trades, like Perry Saturn, who I just saw made a return. Like, come on, these are things that people don't think about, but.
Where did Perry make a return?
What do you mean he made a return?
Perry Saturn made a return. He made his first debut back about a couple weeks ago.
Not in
A week-
WWE.
No,
Where?
not in WWE, independent circuit.
stuff.
Oh wow, awesome.
So Perry Saturn,
I worked with him. He was awesome.
You think, but that's what I think of where there is so much talent out there, and there's only so much time on TV.
Yeah.
So something's gonna give. Either
That's
your
the thing
favorite wrestler is.
when you're out there, you got to grab
Look
it.
at Rob Van Dam. When he made his debut on TNA, I mean, the place erupted.
Yeah.
It was like old school ECW days. Like
I miss him.
I mean, I used to go, and this is, I'm 28 right now. I used to go to warehouse matches. I used to see those things happen. I used to get flyers. There was no internet. Like, if you were a wrestling fan, that's what you had to do. Like, I mean, when I met Tommy Dreamer for the first time, I mean, I could understand because I was there when chairs were being thrown in the middle of the ring. Like, that was wrestling to me. Like, the stuff that's right, and I think it's watered down. It's PG, and as far as like being like a real diehard fan, like, yeah, test my knowledge.
How
Let's do
can
this.
people say they don't like Preston?
What's that?
What's that, Eve?
I said, and people say they don't like Preston. I love this guy.
Hey, all 500 of my Twitter followers love me too, so I love you too.
For the record, she's playing both ways though, because you
I
also hated Drew
follow you
McIntyre.
on Twitter.
I retweet everything. I mention even the negative things you guys got to say. I still get back to you. At the end of the day, I'm just a huge wrestling fan, and it's a blessing to be right here. And stuff.
Awesome.
And I talk from an outside perspective. I'm not biased in any way.
I was defending you.
Thank you, Eve.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Eve, he still hates Drew McIntyre. Just for the record, he still hates him. So.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I like being a heel too.
That's
Let me
too
be
funny.
a bad guy sometimes.
Right there, the heel side, right there. Yeah. All right, so Jesse, is that the last caller we're gonna take? We're gonna go on to.
Yeah. Go
Okay.
on.
All right. So we've got. Do we need to go to commercial? No. Okay. So we've got Survivor Series. Since we've been talking about Survivor Series, we're going to be talking about the top Survivor Series moments. And actually, there was a lot that I researched and found, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember that. I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hit on a few.
You do it.
On a few, and then you guys,
We'll pick up.
First of all, talking about the women's. So it's in the very, very first Survivor Series, so like 25 years ago.
25 years ago.
All right, we had Team Moolah in the women's defeated against Team Sherry. So wow, what's that?
Oh, hold on one second. Hold on one
Lift things up
second.
and put them down.
Yeah, not a letdown. It's still funny, even when I knew it was coming.
And this is our stretching area. I lift things up.
So hey, Planet Fitness is the commercial. I'm gonna be retweeting this. Who is it that tweeted me that? There was a couple. I had a couple really
my
good
God,
tweets.
that's great.
That just made my day. Thank you
That's
guys.
great.
I'm not crazy.
All right.
Kristen Daniels, thank you very much.
I love
lift things up.
Kristen. I love Kristen.
Yes.
She's awesome. She's
Yep.
from Philly. She's my girl.
That
girl has helped me
catch me
through
with
so
a
much.
pea hat on. You good? Thank you.
She's awesome. All right. So then we had hold on. The first pay-per-view main event, we had Ultimate Warrior in 1989. He made his first pay-per-view main
Against
event.
who?
He defeated
Hercules.
against Andre the Giant.
Really?
No, I
Yeah,
thought it
and
was
the
Hercules.
Acolytes.
Hercules.
Wasn't it?
Hercules was his
says
first.
here 1989 first pay-per-view main event.
No, she's saying first pay-per-view
main event.
Oh, main event.
Main
I
event
thought
was at
debut.
Survivor
I was gonna
Series.
say, I'm on his debut.
It was the Ultimate Warriors team
She sounds
versus
right, yeah.
Andre the Giant and the Acolytes.
Yep, I remember that.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay.
In 1991, we had Undertaker won his first WWF championship versus Hulk Hogan.
Paul Bear got hit with the urn. I remember that.
Wow. All right. So that was the first time,
got it on
first
VHS.
singles match that was held, the first singles match ever that was held on Survivor Series stage. And that was only a year that he had his contract.
That was 1990?
1991.
91, okay.
91. 1992, we had the first official casket match. It was Undertaker versus
Kamala.
Kamala.
Yep. In 96, we had newcomer Rocky Malvia,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And yep.
grass skirt.
I mean, seriously, that's like the first time that it just like really.
I got my 2 picks for Survivor Series.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, that was
I
like the
got
first
my
time. It was what were they saying? There like it just really just set his whole career.
What was his first match?
From there, he went into Rocky, and where he actually in '98 he won his first WWF championship. Let's see.
Man, you
after he eliminated Goldust.
My favorite.
In 97, you can't forget.
Yeah,
97. Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels.
The screw job.
The screw job.
In your land.
In my hometown. Yeah.
Not your hometown,
well,
home
hey,
country.
Canada's
Home
my
country. You'll
hometown.
take it.
I'll take it.
In my history class, it was just one big thing.
Right?
Yeah,
See,
I don't even teach
that's,
you
I'm
anything,
just
but-
talking, for y'all.
Let me tell you
Y'all.
something. Canadians
Hometown.
are big on wrestling.
Yeah.
Huge. Yeah.
Huge. Don't forget, wear the hat that keeps y'all warm.
Yeah.
Aw, that was cute.
That is cute.
That's cute. And let's see, 99. That's no, actually, I have two more. 99, we have Big Show. He won his first WWE or WWF championship against, it was a triple threat, Rock and Triple H.
All right. That's a
That
good
was
one.
big for
That's a
Big
good
Show.
one.
And in 2002, we have the first ever elimination match.
That's right.
Elimination chamber, I
Brought
should
to
say.
you-
Elimination chamber.
Brought to you by Eric Bischoff.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, that was the gimmick. It was
That
like
was
he
his-
brought in.
Shawn
he was like,
Michaels was
he was
in
like WWE needs something new, and and then he brought in the elimination chamber match.
And that was Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels won, yeah.
won.
That was his debut.
That was
back
his
too.
first match in I think over 4 years. I think almost a little over 4 years.
So those are mine.
Good ones. You took two of mine.
Yeah, you
All
took
right.
two of mine too.
All right. Bring it on. What you guys got?
You go first.
Top
You have
that.
two.
No, that's
Oh,
she.
no,
She
you
already
can top
said
that
it.
now.
All right. all right.
Mine was the Montreal
Screw
Screwjob
job, yeah.
and the first elimination chamber.
Okay, I'll take it then. I have Chuck Norris as special referee. Big deal for me. It's a really big deal for me. Chuck Norris was the special ref between Yokozuna and Undertaker. Big match.
Good one. Good pick.
The Republican ass kicker, Chuck Norris, coming through. Next, I have 1990, the year before your 91 Undertaker, the Undertaker debut.
His debut.
First
Yeah.
ever with
Yeah.
Paul Bearer. I'm sorry, with Brother Love, with Pritchard. With Brother Love, who brought him out originally. And then I also have another one of the stains on wrestling history, the Gobbledygooker.
Oh, yeah!
Series as well.
That's like,
So,
you got the picks.
if I could bring Gobbledygooker and Chuck
Gobbledygooker,
Norris into
yeah.
the conversation,
There you
I'm
go.
pretty happy. But
That's
Gobbledygooker,
awesome.
for those who don't know, we're a little young. I think our audience skews mostly young. It was
Popped out of the egg.
a horrible setup where we saw an egg for a few weeks and
Hey.
we said it was going to crack.
Then Lady Gaga did it.
That's true. That's true. Good point.
And it was
She
a
was
hit.
like,
The gobbledygooker of this
I know.
century.
You know what,
I
though?
got an
If-
idea.
If they did the Grammys and they brought in the egg and then the Gobbledygooker came out, they'd get a lot of new fans.
Yeah,
at
that
the
would be
Grammys.
awesome.
But yeah, so then the egg cracks open and it is a wrestler dressed as a chicken or a turkey technically, but it looked like a chicken.
They should've-
a turkey, and it was and it was just the worst. It was just sad and embarrassing, but great.
I liked it.
And now and they're releasing an action figure for the Gobbledygooker this year.
Oh, that's
for
awesome.
real?
Yeah, they are.
Seriously, if they were thinking, they should have, like, after Lady Gaga did that for the
Brought him
Grammys,
out, that would've been
they
funny.
should have brought him out that very next
That would
Monday.
have been funny.
That would have been great.
That
The
would've been
egg
funny.
rolling in.
Very good. That would
That'd be great. Preston, I know you're searching. Oh, I see you
I'm not.
searching.
Any picks?
I am actually, but I have no picks. You guys took all the good ones.
All right, fair
I'm
enough.
out.
Wow.
The only ones I could think of were just some
From
old school
the-
matches, like
There
Mega
was-
Powers type stuff.
There was a big Owen versus Brett one of the years as well.
Yeah, the
there was
Owen-
Oh, yeah,
they
Owen
turned on
and
each
Brett.
other.
Oh, well, they
Or
came
something.
out together first.
And then
think-
they turned on
and
each
then
other.
they turned
yeah,
on.
so
Wasn't
that was
the Jerry the King Lawler foot in my match mouth? I think that was a Survivor Series
Foot in
match.
my
too.
match
Or
mouth?
Foot in my mouth.
It's just my dyslexia.
I got
kicking
turned
in.
on.
that last year?
I don't know what happened there. No, I don't know. That was last year.
Was
We
that
put the
last
foot in the
year?
mouth, right?
Yeah.
last year.
No, that was a couple years ago. But
All
I mean,
right.
that was
Oh.
Bret Hart and Jerry the King Lawler. But
Oh, 2 years
Oh,
ago.
Bret Hart.
2 years ago.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, so we're going to move on to
Mega Powers,
predictions.
blah, blah, blah.
Do we need the predictions music?
Well, before you guys actually go into predictions, I have a couple questions for Melina from some of the fans.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, awesome. Bring it
We
on.
have our superstar in the house.
Melina, question number one. Would you ever think about joining the company TNA?
Knew that was coming.
I get asked that a lot too.
Lizana that just said
You
that?
never know. You never know. I'm still thinking about it, but you never know if I'm going to or won't. Like, there's no no's, but there's not a yes. I'm just taking a little break right now.
Lilian, do you know?
I know
holds all
she's
the
the secret
Tell me.
keeper.
Lilian, is she going to TNA?
You will not crack me.
Lillian?
All right. Good point.
She will not crack like the gobbledygook.
I will not crack like the goblin.
Like the egg of the Googer.
No.
Another one is, what ideas did you ever put forward that were not taken?
Oh, that's too many, right?
Oh yeah, I do. That list is too long.
Okay, so what ideas,
Have
reverse
A
it.
couple of your good ones?
What ideas did you put forward that were actually taken?
That they use.
None of them.
No.
None of them. So
Did you send emails?
yeah, I did
Yeah, it's
send
such a bummer. I
emails.
know. I'm not in charge of them.
Shoot
I'm
us
Oh, I have to
down.
bring up the old
Give
No,
us a-
I'm not. I'm just asking because it's important for people to
It's
know
true.
that you try. And it is.
Heck
It
yeah.
sucks. I
You
know.
could text, you could email, you go up and then like
Only-
corner them,
only
you
if
know,
Twitter was
corner a
alive.
writer and start
Well, give
talking
us
to
a
them.
couple. What's one good one that you
Oh,
pitched
one that you really felt.
you
Yeah.
felt that they didn't take?
Oh man, I can't remember. Like, oh, you know what? There's one that was kind of took a little bit, and then they annihilated it. And I got to Good Game John at one in a backstage segment.
In the butt?
Good
yeah,
game?
because I wanted to go and my funnest times was when I used to manage him. Like,
Yeah.
So like I wanted to go and try to do that again, and it seemed like they were gonna go there that way, and then they just kind of one slap in the butt
Don't
that
you
I
remember
got.
they brought it down? Why am I blanking on
That
the
was
name?
like November, right? That was last November.
What I'm saying is when you first got there, you
Oh,
were
Eminem?
Eminem. Oh my gosh,
Okay, now
Melina,
that was the best
seriously?
time of my life because Joey was so like Joey was my brother, like a brother to me, and then I had John, and all we did was like have fun and goof around, and I learned so much at that time, but had so much fun.
I remember like you had
I
come
was
on
so
and
happy.
bam, you guys were pushed. And I remember seeing you backstage. I was like, you are glowing, and you're like, I just can't believe this. Like this
And
is
I'm
so
taking
exciting.
it all in. I was like, oh my goodness, this is actually happening. We're here. It
Yeah,
was
because
just
you'd been
amazing.
You'd been at in the camp. for a
OVW.
while. Yeah, OVW.
And
for a
dare
while.
I say, although it'll make her blush, the greatest entrance of
Ever.
all time.
Seriously,
Greatest
your
ring entrance of all
entrance.
time.
The split. Can you do the split right here for us?
Well, actually,
but it'd
as a
go
matter of fact,
wrong.
the Ustreamer said that the wide view would be a perfect.
Yeah, right there, right there. It'd be freaking
Right there.
phenomenal.
I've got the best
I
seat
don't
in
know
the
if I could do it in
house for it, too.
jeans.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Split my pants. It'd go wrong.
Seriously,
I
your
have
whole
a million comments.
entrance
I'm just gonna look at my
awesome.
Twitter.
So another question is, where do you think the best friends storyline with Gail
Gail?
Kim could have went?
It could have gone so many it could have gone far, but it's the funniest thing is that that's another way where we weren't getting any TV time, we weren't getting anything, they weren't listening to storylines, so we took it upon ourselves, and I kind of did it too, like where I yelled at her in the ring because we are not getting backstage segments at all. So my way of trying to create a storyline was because nobody knows why I turned heel. Like there was no explanation to it. So my theory was that I thought that all my friends turned on me when I got hurt, and that was my way of trying to express that. So when I was in the match with Gail, I'd yell at her, "You're a horrible friend." That she was a horrible friend to me, and that stuck. And that storyline could have if we could have made it into something, it could have gone far, because there's emotion to that. Like I wrote up, that's another thing where I wrote up a whole character background for why I felt the way I did, why this character is so hurt and damaged and all that stuff, that I gave up. Like I saw I was screwing people over with Eminem and being a bad girl, that I saw that I was screwing people over and I didn't get any friends by that. And nobody respected me, nobody cared. And when I had good moments, when I won the championship, nobody was there for her. So I turned good and I had friends, but then when I got hurt, I felt that they weren't there for me. And so I came back and nobody was there for me with Michelle and Layla. And so I looked at Natty and I looked at Gail and thought, you guys screwed me over. So I was just angry at them.
Wow, that was a real moment.
TV exclusive.
Yeah, really.
You sucked me into
And
that
it could have gone somewhere. It could have gone anywhere. But
Made too much sense.
Totally.
Made too much sense.
Well, you know,
The storyline actually it made sense. Yeah.
It ran linear. I don't
how
know.
many writers do they
Wasn't
have
chasing
now?
its tail.
I don't know. When I was there, it was about 7 total, 8. I don't know now.
There's a lot. You imagine though, like every wrestler is approaching the writers with the storyline.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really
pretty
get
much.
a ton. A couple of people. I mean, I was so quiet and
Scared.
pudgy.
Well, the guys that
at the time.
the guys that have been there for a
scared.
while,
Yeah, they get it all the time. I mean,
they
there's
get it
a ton-
all the time.
There's a ton of I mean, I got emails, which was nice, and people like Stryker and people were always pitching stories. But I mean, I was not anyone of importance. But I did always see people who come with good ideas, and I've been in writers' rooms since. I've written for other shows, and the idea that we ignore anything that comes in from our talent is something that doesn't happen on any other show. You usually like to listen to a couple things the people on the show are suggesting. But when I was at WWE, that wasn't really an option. So I asked her if she sent emails because I remember that no one printed them or anything. I'm not being a dick. It's just the truth. I'm not the person in charge of printing them. I just always thought it was cool to listen to what people wanted to do rather than force them into places.
Think about though how
I
many
was there
wrestlers
7
there are.
months.
Think about how many wrestlers there are between Raw and SmackDown
Yeah.
and all the different ideas that each one are pitching.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
true.
Wow. Put yourself in a writer's position, seriously, and
there's a
go,
ton.
holy, or like, really? And as a writer, I'm sure you also want to go, okay, it's great that you guys are all coming up with ideas. However, you probably want to be creative.
That was a great idea. But I'm also
Yeah.
going to say, most of them weren't great ideas. I'm just being honest.
The age-old saying,
not
you
everyone
know?
is as good of an idea pitcher as you were right there. I mean,
thank you.
yeah, I mean, the ones some of them that got to me, I'm just like, this is the worst thing I've ever read. So it doesn't always work out to be great storylines. Agreed.
Right.
Agreed.
And I'm sure, like I was saying, with me, being a musician, I like to write my music.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I listen to ideas and stuff like that sometimes. However, there's a part of me that's like, no, I want to be the creative one.
Yeah.
You know,
I
so
say
I'm
that
sure-
to people all the time. You know, I make music as well, and
Yeah.
when people give me their ideas, I'm like, look, bro, I don't come into McDonald's and tell you how to flip burgers. Don't come into my studio and tell me how to rap. All right.
Well, I'm gonna go back to listening to Kesha then.
TikTok.
You see what I'm
Your
saying?
time's
So
up
if somebody
already. Let's
if
go.
somebody was telling you what to write, you'd be like, what? Or what to sing, what to rap. So I'm sure that the writers are also saying it's their creative time
Sure.
to want to think about what they want to write about. So
It'd be nice to print them out.
You never know. It's always a fine line because you get that. You get people saying to submit emails, texts, and all this other stuff, like talk about it. But then you have to wonder how much do I write? Because I was also told to either sign or to write just a little bit because you can't spend like a whole entire time like reading a whole entire backstory
imagine
and all this
you
other stuff.
and the next person
yeah.
and the next person. All of a sudden, they
So
got
it's-
every week 52 people that are submitting their ideas.
So
Trending
it's
topic.
frustrating.
Submit your ideas.
So speaking of ideas,
DM general manager at Raw
Yeah.
WWE GM.
Oh yeah, let's tweet them. Let's tweet them.
if TNA offered, would you continue the feud with Mickey James?
I bet you everybody wants me to continue the feud with Mickey James and Gail.
Yes.
Since they're both there.
Oh, that would be awesome.
And would you take it up? That's what they're asking.
You never know. Maybe.
There we go.
And
With
then,
both Mickey and Gail, because that was like, to me, that was the funnest matches, like with both of them. And I think like it could have gone so much more with Mickey because we were given a lot. I'm really happy. Like I'm happy. Like they did give us like, what do we have? Like the first women's Falls Count Anywhere match. So that was with Mickey, and we were given a good amount, but there's still more that could have happened. And then the same with Gail. Like I just touched the surface with Gail with what we can do. So it's a possibility.
I hope you're listening, Lagana.
Huh, seriously.
Throw it on Lagana.
And before we head into predictions,
Yeah.
Immortable Bad Boy.
It's my
hey,
Indian name.
Hey Skittlebutt, where's your duct tape bikini?
Oh!
And apparently you're supposed to get that.
Well, yeah, with the Skittles and then duct tape. Yeah, I used to talk about the duct tape.
What?
Well,
Okay,
no,
this is a lot of
I knew this
information.
was gonna happen.
Is this
No,
another
wait.
exclusive right
Did you
now?
pitch this
Lilian?
story?
Skittlebutt.
I would have went with this
I didn't
story.
say anything.
For the record.
Skittlebutt.
Just for the, I didn't say anything about
That's
Skittlebutt or
mean.
duct tape. So it
I
didn't
just said
cover me.
Skittles.
No, what's the duct tape?
Remember the match? I think it was a match between Cena and Batista where they used duct tape. And for some reason, it was okay for, I think, Cena to use duct tape or something, or somebody used duct tape to win a match. And I was like, what the heck? That's cheating. But ever since that moment, I'd always
The
talk
I
about
Quit match,
duct
I
tape.
think.
Yeah, I think so.
It was the I Quit match where he taped him to the.
So then on the internet, because when I was injured, I would always like tweet with the fans and everything. We would always talk about scenarios of where we could have used duct tape in the match.
Oh,
then-
gotcha. Gotcha. And you apparently love Skittles.
I love
Yeah,
Skittles.
what's the deal with Skittles?
I had to ask her about it too.
I
She
love
just said she loves
Skittles,
You
and
just
then
really
I
like
tweeted
them.
it a couple times. Well, yeah, okay,
Skittles,
my two.
are you listening?
My two
Commercial?
No, they did hear it. I think that's why they kind of went to WWE and started like they worked things out like to do commercials.
You did a
But-
commercial for Skittles?
No, and I
Oh.
didn't.
They
But they
just
were
paid.
sending. They took it away from me. They took it away. But they started sending me stuff while I was injured because I was mentioning Skittles.
Oh, nice.
So like it was cool. I got a blender. I got a bunch of bags full of like Skittles and
blend
everything.
That's
A little
awesome.
Skittle bag, like a big purse type bag, and it was really cool. I never got anything
Very
like
awesome.
that before.
Awesome.
But I do
All
like
right.
M&Ms too, people. I switch between the two, M&Ms and Skittles.
I actually have an
to
M&M
counter each
jacket
other.
that I think I'm going to
Did
put up.
you?
I am. But however, I think I'm going to put that up on eBay. I'm going to sign it and put it up on eBay because it's some of it goes to Make-A-Wish, so it'd be kind of cool to. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I just saw my jacket the other day. I was like, you know what? I need to put this up on eBay. Yeah. Anyway, all right, predictions, guys.
Oh, look at the lights. You guys know
I
this?
predict that I'm.
Oh yeah, all the time. You
I'm gonna
you gotta watch
predict-
the show to know.
Yeah.
Oh,
That I'm gonna melt in here.
Why does it
if we don't get out of here?
I feel great about myself.
It's the
I will
AfterBuzz
definitely.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's predictions. Woo,
But it's
I don't
like
know.
scary, like
I
there's
don't
gonna
know.
be a seance going
I
on or
don't know.
something.
It's like Halloween music. I don't know why,
There's
Jesse.
a seance to make you do the splits.
Seance
All right.
for what's
Yeah.
coming
It
next
works.
week.
Jesus.
I really want to get her up here to do the splits. Okay, so
Stop.
predictions. Anybody? next
Got
week?
a million things to say.
What we got?
Next week we have a big match. We have a Del Rio CM Punk
I
rematch.
think
For the
Del Rio
title?
will probably go over me. Oh, it's for the title?
It's for the title.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so it's
Punk
Punk.
will
Punk's gonna
win.
keep
Yeah,
it.
he's
Punk
gonna
will
keep
win.
it.
Punk
He's gonna
to
keep
win.
it.
We see, most likely another Barrett escalation.
Yeah,
Another
we'll see
Barrett
Barrett
win.
ascend.
Another
However,
Rhodes win.
I thought they were on SmackDown, so I'm not
It's a
understanding.
super
It's a super
show.
show
It's
every
a super
week.
show.
I mean, who knows?
They just need to call it the War Zone or give Raw a new name because
Yeah.
the super show is not really working
Yeah,
for it.
I don't know who. You're right. It's a
How
good
is
point.
today a super show if it
Well-
wasn't like aren't super
Super
shows
shows
usually
are
3
3
hours?
hours.
Yeah.
Which was last
But
week.
it's the super show, so they can start bringing the
SmackDown's
SmackDown
over.
talent over to.
So every Monday now it's called Super Show?
Yeah,
Out
you'll
of
see
the
it.
ones
It
I've
doesn't
done, I
say
think
it.
Guys,
I've-
it's
I think
almost
I've
like
been
it's
here-
going back to
I
the
don't
way when
know.
I first got there in
Yeah.
99. That's what
Yeah.
it was.
I think I've been here 5 weeks. I think we've had 4 super shows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
When
week has
I
been
was
super.
there, when I got there in 99, that's what it was. It was a mix. It wasn't like a Raw versus SmackDown
Yeah.
or different talent. It was mixed. You got both
Yeah.
on both.
They need the
So-
War Zone to come. There needs to
They
be
might as well
chaos.
just do that now.
Yeah, I
right?
agree.
There needs to be chaos.
I agree. But there's a
Raw
whole thing-
is war.
there's a whole
Remember
thing
that?
I don't,
Yeah,
there's a
the
whole
War
thing I
Zone.
don't
We
know
call
about.
it Raw is war.
I don't know about NXT and stuff either because I don't really watch SmackDown, but that's a whole thing too. So I don't know about that at all. There's
Yeah.
wrestlers that
What?
wrestled last week.
There's another show next NXT. Is anybody really watching that?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen
I
it.
don't
Nope.
think so.
Actually.
Yeah,
Predictions
I
though
don't-
for next week are Alberto Del Rio is going to lose to CM Punk.
I think that's the
I
only
think
one that
he's
we know
gonna- I
of.
think
Barrett's
it's
gonna get the boost.
disqualification. I bet you it's going to be a
Something like that.
DQ.
Yeah, probably DQ.
Hopefully
Kevin Nash
something-
is going
I
to
was
talk
say,
again.
Maybe Ziggler will jump in on that one.
No, he's
like
gonna
run in.
Him and Zack Ryder are still going to be
Yeah.
Eskimo kissing.
The best kind.
Oh, with
yeah.
the ice cream bars.
Yeah, with the ice
With
cream
the
bars.
ice cream bars.
All week long, you guys got to follow them both on Twitter to see. But those two are bantering back and forth with each other all day long, sending good pics and just really good comments. I mean, I think Dolph Ziggler was tweeting pictures of Zack Ryder's pimple on his head. I mean,
my goodness.
they really throw some low blows there that would really, irritate some
Well,
people. But
speaking of Twitter, why don't you let's start giving our little Twitter handles.
There you go.
Yours is
At Real Melina.
not the fake Melina.
Not the fake.
At
The
real.
The real.
Melina.
Okay, no,
Real.
just Real Melina.
The
Nice.
Real.
At Real Melina.
at Real Melina.
At Mr. to
At
the
Mr. to the
P.
P. MR number 2 THEP.
Okay,
Mine
let me
is
see
at
it.
Jensen, Jensen, Clan, CLAN 88. It's not racist because it's with a C. So it's Jensen Clan 88. You can follow me at any time.
And mine's at Lilian Garcia with one L in the middle, so it's Lilian Garcia.
There you go.
Roxia! Lilian Roxia! No, just kidding. Anyway.
Don't
And-
forget at Vocari
Fashion.
Yeah, Vocari Fashion.
VOKAR.
Yeah.
Because
Fashion.
I care. At Vocari Fashion.
Awesome.
They care.
All right,
Bring
guys.
it.
Well, thank you, Melina, so much for
Thank
being
you
our
so
special
much.
guest.
Having me
Oh.
here.
And once
Thank
we go
you,
off the air,
Chris.
once we go off the air, you can
We're
do the
getting
splits.
private
Yeah.
split.
All right.
guys.
Yeah.
Splits right
All
here.
right.
Drop down and get
Christopher,
your
thank
Kegel
you
on,
also
girl.
for being our couch guest.
Canadian couch.
I was keeping
Canadian
the
couch.
Canadian couch
Let's see if we
surfing.
can get another Canadian for next week. I think I have an
Oh,
idea.
let's not say we
I
did.
have an idea. All right, guys. All right, so anyway, we'll be back next week. We're always here 8:15 Pacific Coast time, 11:15 for East Coast.
It's
After Raw.
www.afterbuzztv.com, at Twitter at AfterBuzzTV, and make sure you follow us on Facebook at AfterBuzzTV.
Woo! All right,
It's like
there we
that. I've
go.
been practicing,
Hey,
Jesse.
Jesse, wait a minute. Before we go off, I heard something about now YouTube. You can catch us on YouTube.
Oh,
Is that
YouTube.
is that
Yes, tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning, you will be able to get us on YouTube.
See, this episode
Just look
right
at
here.
AfterBuzz TV, type it in YouTube, go to our page,
We did it, guys.
We
We're
did
finally
it.
did it.
We finally on YouTube.
and spread it all over the place.
However, do you do like
Jensen, go ahead.
AfterBuzz TV? Can you put AfterBuzz
You
TV
YouTube.
Raw? Or like to
Yeah.
look us up?
It will be right there.
Go to
Okay.
YouTube. Check it
Go
out.
to
There you go,
YouTube.
Jensen.
AfterBuzz TV.
Jensen,
Yeah.
take us out of here.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. We'll be back next week, 8:15 on AfterBuzz TV. Check us out on YouTube. Someone has herpes. See you next
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
I'll buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.